Oh, wow. It is Sunday again already? Oh, this gets old, ladies and gentlemen. But buckle up and get ready for another off-the-rail hilarious episode from these Mississippi boys of I'm Just Saying 48 podcast.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Freeman and the good people over there at yourvoodoo.com for that lovely intro. You know the voice, you know the name, and you definitely know the game, but we should say that for last, man. We got a real special one coming at y'all today. And I say that every week because it's true. It's fucking true. I mean, we're great at what we do, but we got some guests on here, man. I'm not going to hold them any further. At this time, this is when I bring in my players.
Shit, yo, what's understood? Damn show don't got to be explained, man. It's your boy. Hell Papa 201, King 1, Gun 1, Whiskey 1. Just trying to have a good old time. We got some great people up on the show, so I am 100% ready to have a great time. Hey, you want to hear my big horn? Is that what you want to hear? I got Jay Marley. Shut the fuck up now.
Well, you already know, man. It's the man Jay Marley and his man, and I'm here to be the pettiest of them all for sure. So let's do it.
Man, look, man, we've been telling y'all for the longest that, you know, it was finna go down. It's finally here. We got some legends in the building. I'm gonna let them bring that, you know, I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'm gonna let them do their thing and bring themselves in. But before we do that, you know, I do go by Juice Shakur, aka the Love Doctor, to the ladies, you know, Doc Love. And you know, I got one more player I gotta bring in before we bring them guys in. So without further ado, player, let them know who you be.
Hey, go ahead and rush that sip, that intro. You were doing a little fast. But you hear the voice. You know I'm none other than Mr. Al Roca.
Wow.
Mr. Knee-High Peach himself.
You ain't drunk that since 94.
Mr. Bag of Destruction.
Big ant on it.
You're a nasty motherfucker.
And you know this. If you don't know what all these names are equaling up to, I am none other than Vaughn the Villain. We one player short, man. Gorilla Pimp, Gorilla Fat, hold it down, man. You know we're going to hold it down. But before we get into, you know, who we are, let our guests introduce, you know, themselves.
Who going first? Be you and I'm going first. What up, man? Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all using the legend term and shit, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I go by the name of P. Me and my guy right here that y'all see, Brandon, we go by the name of the duo Social Junkie Podcast, man. Glad to be here with these fellas, man. Y'all niggas already got a funny ass vibe. I already know what this is gonna turn into, but I go by the name of P. I'm gonna let this dude introduce himself right here, man.
I'm Brandon. I'm 2 of 2 at Social Junkie Podcast. We appreciate y'all having us, and we hope to, you know, get it started. See what's up with this funny ass podcast. It's already funny, like you said.
Man, let's do this, man.
But hold on, Juice. To our lovely viewers and listeners, man, they just let you know who they are, man. They are Social Junkies Podcast. Make sure you tap in, link in, and get on, man, if you ain't already there. But we together are the collective of I'm Just Saying 48. Brother Marley,
Yes, sir.
you know what to do.
Can I kick it?
That's your cue, Stutter.
Hold
Hey,
up.
Now, I just got a good old question for everybody. I was just trying to get everybody intel up on this one. Do life imitate art, or do art influence life?
And I can let our guests go first, man, if they want to touch on that, if they want to touch on it at that immediate time.
I'm sitting here thinking, does life imitate art or does art imitate life? I think art imitates life. I would say. I think art is a reflection of life. That's what I would say. I don't know what you say, B. Y'all starting off deep. Y'all starting off deep as hell. Y'all already go.
I'd probably say the same. I'd say the same just because, you know, there would be no definition of art or without what you've gone through individually as a person. Even back in olden days, you talk about cavemen and shit like that. They wouldn't know what it is if you didn't go through experiences, and nobody would understand that, and nobody would understand or have the interpretation of art if it wasn't for experiences. So
Yeah.
I believe that life imitates art.
Yeah.
It's a
Art
great
imitates art.
question,
Yeah.
but
Y'all
see, I asked this question because when I was growing up, I took like all of the music, right? All of the music we heard, it was more so of them talking about life, which was imitating the art, which created the music, which created everything. But
Right.
now I see a lot of music these days to where I think a lot of people is capping, talking about what they doing, and it's kind of creating a world where people trying to imitate the art now instead of people actually talking about their personal lives. They is influenced by the art. People are influenced by what they is hearing or what is on the music or what
Right.
is up on the posters or like all of this shit, to where it's creating people to like trying to be influenced by the art. So like I'm kind of confused to like where it's at, just because like I personally always thought life imitates art. Life creates the art and everything, but like the past couple of years, I personally think art is actually influencing the whole world and everything. So
Mhm.
it's hard to like try to
See,
explain it.
see what I kind of get.
God damn, you muted yourself. But goddamn,
Well,
I,
I
I
think
was getting
believe,
a
man.
phone
I'm just
call.
saying. I guess it's
Can somebody hold on, time. Can somebody please text Fat and tell him if he would bring his ass on the show, he wouldn't have to call me during the damn show. Thank you. Um, anyway, what I was gonna say is I kind of feel like technology plays a big part in what Warren was trying to explain, because if you look at IG, I mean, if you look at people's pages, they're not gonna give you the nitty and gritty on, the tough times they go through. They only gonna post the good times. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, it's building this facade to the masses that, hey man, my life is popping, man. I got this going on. Everybody on Instagram make their life seem like they the most interesting motherfucker that's walking God's green earth. Let's just be real. So it's kind of like when you have that type of imagery out here nowadays, it gives people this perception that, okay, I need to do this or I need to be like this. And in actuality, it's kind of like what Brandon was saying, like, okay, you got to go through the experiences first in order to understand what it took for these people to get to that point. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
I feel like a lot. I mean, not to get too much into it, but a lot of the cultures, like a lot of people that we'll see on like social media and all that kind of stuff, listen to type. Okay, let's take for instance Black culture. A lot of people using audio or rapping or doing like just like say for instance like TikToks. A lot of these people, they're not practicing what they preach, and a lot of people, they're not really about that type of life. But a lot of people like a different races, so to speak, just I mean, I'm not gonna put any type of race out there, but they'll use like certain, I guess, type of music as far as like Black culture and anything like that. There people perceive that they're about that type of life when they're not really about that.
Right.
And it just seems like it's kind of like the art, so to speak, is kind of like culture jacking,
Yeah.
like culture vulture type shit. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like culture
Absolutely.
vulture type stuff.
Absolutely. Because to me, it's kind of like I kind of don't know how to feel. Not saying that it ain't gangsters in every race, but I'm just saying I don't know how to feel when I be looking at Asian gangsters and they up here nigga this nigga that not just I'm just throwing out an example, but it's like I never thought that I would see drill music being used by some of everybody. Like I ain't gonna lie, some of the hardest drill music I ever heard came from the UK.
Yeah.
And now
Really?
let's be real here. UK ain't somewhere we would just automatically relate to violence.
Right.
But
Mhm.
I mean that genre, can I call it a genre of music or just a wave? I'm not sure what it is, but I mean, with that being in style and in pop, season right now, it's like, well, damn, you know, New York doing it, Chicago doing it, LA doing it. Shit, we might as well, try a hand at it. And it's just like you say, it's so much influence on it that it just automatically just kind of it builds that fake facade. Like, okay, you're not about this, but you see its end, so you feel like, okay, it's okay for me to do it.
Right.
That goes back, man. That goes definitely back to Black culture, because a lot of people don't pay homage to that, and a lot of people don't realize a lot of influence comes from Black culture.
Yeah, that's
Talking
facts.
about
Absolutely.
we talking about looking fly. We talking about art. We talking about
Preach.
a lot of shit. And I'm not even like, I'm Indian, and I know that. It's just a fact. Like, it's a fact. Like, how people dress, how people talk, how they want to act. Like,
That's facts.
Brandon, you've been had your black card. I've been watching y'all podcast. You've been had your black card. Yes. Yeah, come on now.
That's funny.
yeah.
Me, when my whole take on it, like how I was looking at it, I thought he was just talking about like he brought in the music aspect of it. I thought he was talking about like TV, like on like for far as like movies and shows, how
Everything, yeah.
like pull and take from the art, whatever. So I was gonna answer that way, saying that yeah, that that art imitates life, but with the rapping thing, I would say shit. I think that is like, especially the thing is like we can tell by how many cases are being used from some of these niggas' music because they telling on themselves, self snitching. So we can basically tell that these niggas are really living this shit because they dumbass is telling on themselves on their tracks. So
That's facts.
It's true, bro. That is true.
Well, I'm pretty much gonna touch on the same thing Marlon was saying, but I go back to Juan's example of music. I think I said this on the show episodes ago to a similar topic. I think Brandon was just saying that, Black culture, but precisely music, man, has, its fingerprints all over the globe. Like, I can't speak for everybody, but I know, like, the example, the song Air Force Ones when it came out, when Nelly dropped that song, I know that stocks just risen because, oh, I gotta get some Air Force Ones, Versace, a clothing brand that was out in the late 80s and early 90s. But once the Migos, came out with that song, their stocks went up. I think, art can definitely influence life, good and bad. I said it before, rap music is a big tastemaker in our culture, our slang, our clothes, just how we talk, what I'm saying? It can be a pro, it can definitely be a con. So I think it's a little bit of both, just in that regard. But that's all I wanted to touch on, because Marley literally just brought the example I was going to bring up, with all these Fed cases and the DEA, FBI, whoever, using these guys' lyrics against them. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I don't think it's one-sided. I think it's both in a sense, because we can go back to LL Cool J and those guys coming up imitating the drug dealers with the bins, the rope chains, going to Dapper Dan and stuff, trying to dress like the drug dealers because that's what they saw in their neighborhood. So it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, when Nelly dropped that shit, the Air Force One shit, they jacked the prices of Air Force One. The same thing you said with Versace, with Migos and all that. So that's definitely a good example, because I literally remember that when Air Force Ones came out, how the price of Air Force One jacked up to like over $100. I remember that as a kid.
I mean, you see it now, man. I remember you can go in any local Walmart. It wasn't nothing to see a starter jacket or some starter dad shoes, some damn work boots. Starters back now popping. If they dare even see it in their merchandise in Walmart, they're gonna raise a fit, because it's just, they're feeding off that wave. You know what I'm saying? Something hot. Hey, let's capitalize off of it. So yeah,
that's facts.
But man, if anybody else got something to say on this topic, man, if not, we can go and pass to the guys for their Q&As.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm ready for the Q&A.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I got the flow, fellas. Whoever want to pop it off.
I got it. So yeah, on our last episode of Social Junkie Podcast, I think it was 150. It was 159, the one we just did the other day. We have a Q&A segment at the end of every single one of our podcast episodes. If you want to send us a question, just follow us on Instagram at Social Junkie Podcast. You'll see the link in our bio. It's a link tree. click on that. There's an anonymous Q&A messenger that you could send us debate topics, anything that you guys want us to debate about on our show. It won't tell us your name, profile, anything like that. So just send a question over to us. The other day we got a question. We don't know if it was from a male or a female. Because we used to have an email. People send us emails, so we used to know that way. But now we don't know the genders anymore. So the question was, what is the difference between men and women when it comes to heartbreak? And me and Brandon already kind of discussed this. We'll give our opinion again, but I definitely want you guys to start on that. One of you guys, whoever want to take the floor first. What is the difference between men and women when it comes to heartbreak?
Since I'm the love doctor, let me jump it off.
Yes, sir.
Me personally, just going off experiences, it's the get back. Because I feel like with a man, his ego and his pride, most times, he won't admit that he's hurt. Maybe not to his boys, but alone, your ass listening to some Drake or some Brian McKnight, but I just kind of feel like it's the mentality of, okay, I'm heartbroken. What do I do now? I feel like to women, they take it not a little harder. They take it way harder than us because it's like they already emotional. And, they already have this thing to where they was probably already 5 years ahead of you and thinking they probably was planning weddings and, kids and God knows, especially determining how long that relationship was. So with a man, to me, it's kind of like if she was loyal and if she was down and depending on how y'all broke up, they kind of gonna, we'll have our, grieving moment, where we kind of like, it's kind of fucked up. Yeah, I lost a bad one or I lost a good one, but it's kind of like
that
bitch. But we shake back. We shake back a lot, in my opinion, a lot quicker than women. But I will say this: I don't know if y'all agree. I do feel like depending on how you break up with a woman, and depending on your personality, if you're a guy that's I don't want to use Vaughn as the example because he's pretty nasty, but
That's the motherfucker, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it this way. I feel like to every man that became a dog, I feel like he didn't become a dog until that woman dogged him.
Right.
I agree with that.
And bro, the crazy thing about it, I was just about to say that I personally think towards, all right, for me as a guy, I am a hopeless romantic, right? I love and all of this shit, right?
Hollywood.
But still, like just for a guy, I personally think people just don't take care of the emotional problem right then and there. We as grown as man, you're prideful. We gonna talk this shit for about 2 weeks, fuck this bitch, fuck this hoe. Then after a while, it's kind of gonna hit your motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? While you over there up in that goddamn bed by your goddamn self and it's cold up on that other side, and you ain't got no titties to be trying to rub on or this or that. You know what I mean? So, like, I personally think.
Oh, your bed always warm, but there's another topic.
Hey, yo, Marlon, if I ask your motherfucking ass to speak, I just want to say it's slut. But anywho, I personally think though, yeah, it takes a guy a while, and also that one heartbreak is if I would say probably just like the golden goose. So a person get hurt one time, we ain't allowing that shit to never fucking happen. We gonna treat every chick just like a prostitute or a hoe or this or that because we're so like hurt about like trying to like open yourself up to a chick and then get that heartbreak. We ain't gonna never allow that shit to happen again. So yeah.
Yep. I'm about to piggyback, not to jump in front of him, but I'm going to piggyback off one. Talk to some guys at work. And not to go dark with this topic, I said, Juice was saying that men, it's true, men are very prideful creatures. We just are. I mean, that's our nature. I don't care who you are, how much you try to debunk it, I really believe that's truly our nature. We are prideful about something, especially men.
Right.
I put it to you in this term. A woman from a young age could be, you know, let down, beaten, lied to, God forbid, raped by a man, and still put herself out there in an older age to want to be loved by a man, right?
Correct.
A man at a young age can have his heart broken just maybe one too many times, just heartbreak, nothing too serious. It could just be just simple heartbreak, you know, cheating, whatever. This nigga want to turn to Pimp C now.
Damn straight.
It's that nature, because like Juan was saying, you know, especially being a young black man, all I know how to do is be a black man. You know, we're taught, I don't say, yeah, we're taught, and we're also kind of conditioned to kind of suppress emotions and leave a lot of ends. So as we get older and we find that significant other from the opposite sex, and we can confine and we, you know, untangle those generational curses, and, you know, try to be emotional, trying to open up, and if things go sour, it's like we can't shake back. A lot of us, some, not all, a lot of us can't shake back, because it's like, hey, you've given me that feeling that I wasn't able to express in my younger years. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to cry in front of you. You know, your woman, as you get older, will see and know a lot about you more than your own family will.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the honest truth. And a lot of us can't handle that shit. You know, a woman could be cheating over 1,000 times. She still somewhere in her mind has a glimmer of hope of being married.
That's fact. That's why I think that
That's
example
facts.
right there. I think that example right there is why men take heartbreak harder than women. Because just like how you said, a woman it'll still be a hope and gleam that she'll get married one day. All we got to do is get heartbroken one fucking time, and we finna be, like you said, we finna be Pimp C. We finna hoe out in the streets and shit.
Damn straight.
Most men, not all men. And I feel like at the same time, women and men, oh my God, this conversation, every time we talk about this conversation, it gets me into a million different thoughts. But it's like, I just think that men, like you said, we're so prone to keeping our feelings in, and when we finally find somebody that we can give it to, it's like we give it, like when we find that one, we give it all. Most men, we give it all, bro. And I feel like most women, they have it so easy, because when a woman gets out of a relationship, every man wants a bad bitch. Like if you find it, you good.
Absolutely, spit that game. Yes.
If you find, you good. Like my friend uses the analogy all the time. A woman could walk up the street with her shirt up, and everybody, oh shit, look at them titties. A man can't walk down the street butt ass naked. Oh, you fucking pervert, put some fucking clothes on. A woman can walk up the fucking down the street with her fucking skirt all the way up. She ain't getting arrested. There ain't nothing happening. Everybody gonna be like, it may be, she may get arrested, some shit like that, but it's not the same as a man going down the street with his fucking dick swinging out. Because women have something that every man wants. They got a pussy. Every man in the world wants pussy. That's why they got it so much easier than men, and that's why it's like when they move on in the relationship, they got it easy, because they got a whole roster of draft pick of niggas that they can pick to be in their next relationship. Men, we don't always have that. A man might have a roster of bitches, but like you said, 2 weeks go by, that shit gonna get old. You gonna be fucking them hoes, and that shit gonna get old. You gonna be like, damn, I miss old girl, bro.
And let's be real here. This is something that always seems to happen.
New vagina.
It's one of those things where it's like, don't it seem like more women are attracted to you when you're in a relationship than it is when you become single?
It is. That's fact. That's facts.
Like, I don't know what it is. I guess because it's like a chase to them. It's a thrill to steal you away from your companion. So I don't know.
Just like we'll talk about like women. I feel like the relationship between women and other women is more complex than it'll be like a man. Like me and you, we can meet one time and we'll just chop it up. We'd be cool. But like females, they just don't want other females to be happy. And my girl was telling me a story the other day. Like sometimes, like certain waitresses, when they see a prettier female and all that kind of stuff, they don't want to serve them. They want to act like they got attitude and all that kind of stuff. Like it's just something as among like women that they don't like to. I don't know if they don't like to see other women happier than them, or just it's that jealousy aspect. And then touching back on that relationship stuff, like they for sure. I feel like once you go through all that heartbreak as a man, like when we was talking about this question on ours, once you go through the heartbreak as a man, it's hard to just snap back. And I don't think it's ever like, you don't really ever fully being in this relationship now, right?
Uh-huh.
Say you're in a relationship now when you're in your like whatever, what maybe late 20s or whatever, as opposed to when you were like younger and like let's say for instance innocent, like you was kind of naive to the point as a man, because there's a
Right.
point in like all of
Right.
us
And all
who
our
was
lives.
naive, right?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
There's a difference. You could never replicate that type of feeling with a woman, like coming into a relationship now, because you know in the back of your head you have to be grounded to the point to protect yourself if something were to happen. And it's like you could never really kind of replicate that kind of feeling, like feeling for somebody or like feeling toward a woman fully, like to completely fall. And I feel like women, they can fall over and over and over, and they just got to pick up the pieces. I feel like they could do it much easier than we can. But I feel like once we get past that point, you can give as much as you can, but there's a certain line to where like you, as you get older, that you don't really cross. I feel like, me personally, I feel like,
Because who wants to put themselves out there to be vulnerable? Like, nah. I feel like in a
vulnerable and
way,
get hurt, right?
right. In a way, I kind of feel like it's kind of like our mother's faults, because we start out as young men, well, young boys, and our first love is our mother, our grandmother or somebody of that nature. And we see how they treat us, they nice to us, always, you know, trying to motivate us and have us being gentlemen. I hate to say that, because it's kind of like saying being a gentleman is kind of like being naive, but in a way it is kind of, because you notice as you get older, the bad ones tend to go for the ones that pay less attention to them or disrespect them, compared to the ones that actually say, hey, how you doing? Show respect, etc., etc. It's kind of like, oh, you corny or you lame,
Yeah,
you
they don't
thirsty.
want that. They don't want that.
Yeah,
We was literally just talking about that, man. They don't. It's like the complete opposite of what you do. Like when you disrespect them, and I'm not saying disrespect women. Now keep that in mind. I ain't saying that.
right,
But
right.
when you
Fuck
don't
these
give them
hoes.
the attention, yeah. When you don't give them
Tell
the
that
attention
bitch
that
she
they
ain't
seeking
shit and
from
ain't
like
gonna
a
never be
simp,
shit.
yeah. When you don't give them that attention, that they don't automatically just have, seek, like they come running. That's just how
That's
it
true.
is. And then when you act like a full true gentleman, just like you were saying, that it's just not. It just always turns out bad, because there's just a limit. You cannot be too nice. And no matter how many, and we've talked about this multiple times, like no matter what any women will say, because they'll say like, no, and I'm telling you, I guarantee you in the comments, they'll be like, nah, what y'all saying is wrong, because I want a nice man. If a man ever did that to me and all that kind of, but the difference is they get that every single day and they still don't act on it. So
Facts.
it's a lie. So
Facts.
it's a lie.
Facts.
So
A
I
good
agree.
guy will lose every fucking time, bro. Like that sweet, kind shit will never work out at all.
And usually the women that we kind of describing, these are the ones when they hit the wall, then all of a sudden now they want to go look for the guy that was
Yeah.
going head over heels for. I don't want you now, bitch. You fell off. You like 40 pounds overweight, and then you got broke
Guess when they
legs.
want that. Guess when they want that. When it's time to pay
Yeah.
bills, and when real life hits, and it's time to pay bills, and they got shit that they got to get paid. That's when they want a. That's when they want a real man.
Shit, and they up on their third
Third child, third
baby daddy
husband.
or whatever type shit like
Right.
that. He'd
But
be
just
like,
speaking on
nah,
those
fam.
examples, I think Marley brought that up some episodes ago. I think he's saying your morals align with your age. When you're 16, your moral fiber is not the most sturdiest. When you're 21, your moral fiber is not the most sturdiest. Now, when you're 30, 32, and 35, not negating or excusing the actions of these example women, but it's like, hey, I'm not a young spring chicken no more. I'm the old hoe in the club. So, and men, we can do it too, but women, I think, do it to a more higher extent than us.
Vaughn.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can't have your cake and eat it too, right?
Hell no.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Vaughn, let me let you in on a secret. I'm probably, I don't know, I'm in my early 30s. I don't know, I might be the oldest person on the panel.
Old motherfucker, that's for damn sure.
Shut up, Vaughn. Shut your ass up. But anyway, I used to think like that. I thought the older they got, the more mature, we become. That ain't always the case.
Nah.
Because
I promise you it ain't.
in recent Warren know what I'm talking about. In recent memory, yeah, we got some out here. They need some serious work. And I hate the fact that RIP Kevin Samuels, he passed away because we needed that brutal honesty, especially when it came to the male and female relationship and that dynamic and how things are designed in modern day compared to the structure that they had in previous decades before us. Not saying that we need to go back to caveman times, but let's not run away from certain things that actually made sense back in the days just because you want to go out here and be a city girl. What is that? You like 35 years old. Why are you still out here chasing dick, basically?
Yeah.
Like shit for me, like I never had a chance to go and jump in on the question, but only perspective I can look at it from is mine, and I would say the problem with the reason why heartbreak was harder for me or whatever is so in the situation because I never would give my chance a chance to get over that previous relationship. I immediately get out of one relationship and jump into another one, and so I'm still like most of y'all was saying, still holding on to that past heart, and I'm still using the same system I was using with what I built with the other person, instead of giving this new person I'm with a chance to actually show me who they are or whatever that I can trust them or so like that. So that made that linger on. So now I'm coming out of a damaged relationship. I'm in a bad spot. I damaged this person, and now I'm blaming them for the damage that I'm putting upon them because I'm not fully 100% healed or healthy to be where I'm ready to be in a relationship. So I would say, and we had talked about this before about like taking that time. It's important to take that time in between whatever to fucking fix yourself, help yourself so you can like, yeah, you're never gonna trust like you did that first love, but to a point where you can trust again to where you ready to get in this relationship. Not, your guard's not all the way up because that's not gonna be helpful for that relationship. Because like you said, you still gonna be in that mindset of nah, these bitches is all the same. Whatever she say, one thing that remind you, old girl, you snap back and you already assuming like shit that happened from the last chick you was on and shit like that. So
Yeah, that's a really good point.
it took me with time and growing up to realize that. But yeah, that could be a reason why like it seemed like the heartbreak holds longer. And like you said, we dudes we good with like just playing it off and there's like it ain't nothing or whatever. But like getting deep down in there and really having a chance to look and reflect on like the mindset that I was in during that time. That's something that I can take from that I say.
Yeah, that's a good example. As I think that healing part that you're talking about, that's a really important thing. You always have to take time to heal, especially if it's a long relationship before you go into that next one. But a lot of people don't know how to be alone. Like a lot of people, they think that getting with somebody else so quick is gonna fill that void of what they're missing. It's like, oh, if I talk to this person now, I'll get my mind off old girl. But like you said, you still fucked up from that last shit that you're not even here with this new person. You still over there. You're not even in the present. You still in the past. And that happened to me before. That's definitely happened to me before. And that shit was fucked up because it caused a lot of drama and a lot of fucked up shit in my new relationship because I wasn't over the shit that I just went through. Because that shit fucked me up so bad that I wasn't even living in the present. I was still mentally in the past. So that's why when you brought that up, that's very important, man. Like for people out there listening, like for real, like you definitely have to heal, especially for young niggas out there, young women. Like you have to heal before you move on to another relationship. That mindset of thinking, oh, if I talk to somebody else, it'll get my mind off of them. It's not gonna help you at all. It's definitely not gonna help you at all, man. So I definitely want to say that because that was a good point when you just brought that up.
Shit, that's what they told me, man. Every time you hurt, you just gonna get you some new pussy.
Yeah, and that's
true. That's true.
That's what they say. That's fact. That's really what they say.
I got a question for everybody on here. All right, here it is. Do you think we would have been a little better off if we were raised with a different structure when it came to like relationships? If we would have been raised from the get-go thinking about instead of a monogamous relationship, we'd have been more structured towards polygamy. You think that we would have been a little bit better off and we wouldn't have went through some of the shit that we ended up going through in our earlier stages?
I don't think so. I think personally, just for people in general, the problem is more so about not understanding what you want up at like a certain age. Like I would just be talking to people just to be talking to people, or just to have time to just go by or something like that. It wasn't ever about specifically like, okay, I want this kind of person, so this is what I'm gonna get type shit. It was and like with me, I was always like, okay, I just had people around. I didn't never care about, just okay, I'm gonna be with this one chick forever and all of this shit or whatever. Like, no, like fuck it. I'm just trying to have a good time or whatever. Because up at a young age, I had a young mindset.
Right.
Whenever you're young or whatever, you don't actually care too much about what is good for you. Like what do you really want? You just
But
trying to
hold
have
on.
a good
But
fucking
see,
time.
this is the reason why I asked that question, because if we would have been more focused on multiple, not saying like have bukus of hoes, but what I'm saying is we wouldn't have put and invested our hearts fully into one woman off the
Mhm.
rip. See what I'm saying? We would have been able to understand that, hey, it's a possibility that this gonna run its course and it might not work out. See what I'm saying?
But we wouldn't have been. But if that would have happened, we wouldn't been able to grow as a man,
Right.
because you got to think about that hurt made you grow as a man. It took us out from that naive stage, and that experience that we had to go
Mhm.
through, it put us to where we are right now mentally. So we had to go through at some point. And I think even if it was you talking about monogamous, polygamous, it don't matter, because at the end of the day, who you lay with or who you have feelings with, you kind of really don't control to a certain point, because sometimes you just feel it, right?
Right.
So you was gonna go through this bound at some point. So it's
True.
better to it's better. I feel like even monogamous, polygamous, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you would have went through it with somebody to the level, even if you talk to multiple people or one person, you might have been falling for like one of the five that you talking to
True.
more
That is
harder than
true.
the other
That
four,
is
right?
true. That is
And
true.
Absolutely.
I didn't
that
think about that.
experience, it still would have made you who you are, because it doesn't change the fact that how all of us, at the end of the day, all of us had to go through it, whether it be at a different point. You had to go through a certain thing in your life at a certain point. Everybody has to go through, every man, to where they transition to a higher mentality, to realizing this is how the world really is. It isn't really full of roses. This is how it is as a man in this world, dating scene and being with somebody. This is how it is.
Man,
Every
I
man at
still
some point in their life,
remember
they go through that.
that bitch name who hurt me, bro. Like to this day, I
You don't
can't
ever
stand that
forget.
bitch. I on me for real, for real. I
Uh,
can't
uh,
stand.
ladies and gentlemen, this is another edition of Social Pimping. I'm with, P and Brandon, and everything y'all saying is absolutely. See, I didn't even think about that, like you said, as far as like you can't help but have those feelings towards whoever has that more impact on you, because you can be around a group of women, but it could be that one that stands out that you like, yo, there's something about that one, I'm gonna see what's to her. That is true. I didn't think about that. If we'd have grew up in that mentality, it would have kind of screwed us over, because we'd have been like, damn, I got a good one right here, but I gotta deal with these other four on the side. So yeah,
Right.
I agree. I agree.
I think the most important thing as far as how we are raised as men is seeing the relationship with your parents. Because I think as a young man and young adolescents, like even like your teenagers in high school, I think people that actually see like a real strong bond and a real strong marriage between their parents, I think in the long run they end up having better relationships, because it's always based off what you see. If you see your parents fighting all the time, if you see your dad hitting your fucking mama, if you see your dad out here in the streets all the fucking time, what is 9 times out of 10 gonna happen to you when you hit the streets? You're gonna be doing the same shit that you seeing at home. So I think like the bond that you have, that you see that your parents have, I think that could go a long way into what happens in your relationship life. Because I think most people that see structure in marriage, that's really what they want to do when they hit 18 and older, and they get into like real life relationships. I think that's what you see what your parents go through is what usually what you want in your
It
life as well.
it could also hurt though, because I I have a homie who like his mom and pop's been married his like whole life, his whole time or whatever. So whenever he grew up or whatever, he always trying to find that. Like he's always trying to propose.
Yeah.
He always trying to be with this or whatever. But he ain't actually taking the time out to like understand that point blank, that shit ain't easy. That shit take work. You
It does.
also have to be with a person who's trying to work with you and evolve and grow as well. So he done been through like a couple of marriages, a couple of heartbreaks, but he constant with that just because that what he sees, that what he grew up with. He have it up in his head that he's not complete until he have a wife, which
Yeah.
is not right, honestly. So it absolutely can help, but it also can hurt.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. It can definitely go both ways with that. But I think that most times of what you see at home,
Right.
like you said, is usually what you know. Usually what you see is what you know.
Well, if I'm gonna be like my daddy, then I'm gonna be a stone cold pimp. Then, so
How
I
about
don't
to
think
That's how,
say,
bro.
you.
That's
if
how
I'm
my
like my
pops is,
goddamn
bro.
daddy, it's over
That's
with.
how my dad is. My dad is a fucking animal. That nigga's been an animal my entire life, dog. Like Brandon, no, that nigga is a fucking monster, dog. But he's it is so fucked up because he's always told me one day you gonna be just like me, which is fucked up to tell your son, but he's honestly told me that.
Hey, you might have had that look. If you know, you know. Only Pop's gonna know. He gonna see what's in you at
Yeah,
a young age. So, I
There
I'm
we
mean,
about to say
go.
I've absolutely been a part of every like I have to like try to treat every brand new chick as if they like the only chick that my dad brung to me and shit. I totally understand that shit like one
yeah,
thousand
man.
percent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
it's only up to a man, right, to break like generational because you want your kid to know, what it is, right? You
right.
you want your kid to understand that
Absolutely.
to us to break it as a cycle, like this is because as we get further as a society, like that marriage stuff, the institution of marriage, people don't believe in that. Me personally, I do. But a lot of people, bro, nowadays you ask about it, bro. A lot of women they don't believe in that, or they claim that they don't. A lot at an accelerated rate.
A lot of our generation, said marriage and kids are like nowhere near any of our minds. We worried about like survival, trying to make our money or whatever, to where we can possibly retire, have a happy life. As a lot of people I'm around, those two things they don't even cross their mind. It's about like the next job, the next career, finance, stuff like that, and stuff like that. But like the idea to kick it around, but like no, they not trying to settle down, or they not trying to have any kids. Don't
Yeah.
even talk about kids with them.
Well, I must be on that list because that damn sure ain't having no kids. So, um, I'm
But
just keeping it
you
real.
don't want kids?
No, 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 no.
What
Mm-mm.
makes you not? What makes you say that? Like, what makes you not want kids?
Um, well, when I was younger, like maybe 18, like you said, growing up and seeing that structure, I mean, I thought about it, and yeah, I was with that good girl, and we had planned it out, and I had got her a promise ring, and I know I sound like the biggest simp right now, but I was
No, I'm
18,
not, bro. That's how shit
Why?
is, bro.
but
That's how it is.
You don't,
but
bro.
but the thing of it is, it's like as I got older, I started to understand, like, of course we're gonna change, and a part of change is sometimes understanding who you are. And I know me, like, I'm a patient person, Of course, I love kids, which is so ironic. I love them, and I'm great with them, but it's just like I want to be able. I was always taught this: your life becomes harder with children than it is if you had to get up and provide for yourself. And not saying that, you know, I still wouldn't be able to live my life with children. If you're a good parent, you should be able to do both. But it's like one of those things where I always felt like when I got out on my own, I didn't want to go back into having a responsibility of that magnitude. Like, yo, I got to take care of these kids. I got to do this. I just got out on my own, hell, in my mid-20s. So it's like I'm not trying
Yeah.
to, I'm trying to enjoy life a little bit before I have that anything of that nature to have to deal with. And then as I got older, I mean, hell, I'm 33 years old. I'm like, You know,
If you want to have some, you got to do it soon, pretty much.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I ain't no spring chicken, so you know, it's kind of like shit. I kind of feel like I don't want it because I value my sleep. I value being able to get up and go whenever I want to.
Amen.
You know,
It's
I can't.
definitely a sacrifice for sure. It's
You
definitely a
know,
sacrifice that comes because I got two boys. So as just I
okay.
don't know if anybody else on here has kids, but I got two boys. But it's definitely sacrifices. That everything you saying is absolutely true. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with like wanting time to yourself and wanting, you know, like one sleep. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, but there's definitely it's definitely sacrifices that come along with having kids, man. Because I got a
Now,
4-year-old and a 2-year-old. So
oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay, Pop's holding it down. But see, this the thing though. This the thing though. I will say this. I have had experience in it. And my hat go off to any father because I helped take care of my nephew,
Okay.
3 months old. Sleep pattern was horrendous.
Whew.
I'm like maybe 23, 24ish when my just say my girlfriend's younger sister had a baby. And she, you know, we would babysit him. And I mean, literally, I can still hear him crying 2 o'clock in the morning. My girl getting up, gotta go fix the bottle. I'm holding him. We give him the bottle. We thinking he finna sleep for another what, at least 3 hours. Man,
Nope.
it seemed like 30 minutes. We
That's
back
all
up.
me.
Man, I was like, yo, is this what it's like? My girl was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Don't even touch me after he leave. No. And I was like, I don't know. It's just one of them things where it's like I had to come to terms with, okay, it's a beautiful process, you know, having children, and you know, they say, well, that's a part of your legacy. But in
Mhm.
my, you know, in my mind, I feel like, okay, that's just like everybody on this panel. I know, you know, pretty much well, I don't know y'all personally, but just say I know some of y'all personally. And if I was to perish, would y'all remember me? I would hope so.
And,
Yeah,
and
trust me. You have a
that
very
was the
memorable
thing though with
personality
me.
because you
That's what I'm
you
saying.
got
So that's what I'm saying. That would I would define as my legacy. Now I'm not saying that it's wrong to have the thought process of, yo, I got kids and you know I want something to be here when I'm gone. Of course, you know, if you're a parent, you're gonna feel that way. But to the ones that I don't like this thing to where it's like to the people that's around my age or a little younger that don't want kids, you get people that have them and be like, well, you selfish. You know, what about your legacy? Shit, if I died today, I got loved ones that will remember me. That's my legacy. It don't have to be defined by children.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
true. People,
I
yeah,
don't
people
give
can't say that.
That's true.
Niggas
I
can't
just
say
tell
that.
straight up, you got damn right. Yeah, I'm selfish. Yeah, I'll be that.
Yeah, there's
You
nothing
know,
wrong with that.
Yeah,
There's
we
you
nothing
know
know,
wrong with
your
that one.
ass been over there drinking this whole segment. Yeah, man.
Okay,
Not talking.
first off, I have
I
not
gotta
been
go get
drinking.
another one.
look,
I just been
me
I
soaking
gotta
up
get
the
another one.
and
conversation, bro.
damn.
Listen, sometimes it's best to lend an ear than an opinion, man. Y'all just was like kicking so much game, and I just want to sit back and listen. But what Juice was saying, man, like it's crazy because 2 days ago at work we was having a conversation about children, and you know, I'm 29, and everybody in the room looked at me like something's wrong with me. I was like, well, and I hear what Juice was saying for his reasons. I can agree with a lot of them. I think it's cause and effect. Like me and Juice are cousins, you know, grew up in the same projects. You know, our mothers are sisters. Um, it's like watching
yeah,
the
y'all got the
trajectory.
same
What you
grandpops.
say? What you say?
Y'all got the
Hey,
same.
don't speak
Hey
on my
man, hey man,
granddaddy, bro.
don't bring
Hey,
that up,
hey,
man.
I swear to
You know that
God, I
granddaddy?
swear to God, I'm putting my foot up your ass when I see you. Okay, you gonna start
Yeah.
speaking on my granddaddy.
Papa
RP
was the
Johnny
lonely
Houston, man.
son, baby.
RP. But now, man, like you know, Juice was breaking it down to me, and I didn't know till he even told me that my grandmother, you know, started having children at 15. It wasn't uncommon back then, you know.
Damn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My auntie, my mom, his mom, my other
Mm-hmm.
auntie. Then you know,
Mm-hmm.
as we got older, and she's seen the trajectory of her children, she didn't kind of want us to repeat it because you know, you really think about it. A lot of my cousins really don't have children besides my oldest auntie kids. Like a lot of us are 29, 30, 31, 32. A lot of us really don't have kids, Juice, when you really think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I wonder is that cause and effect, seeing that, you know, upbringing
Um,
from our parents and our grandparents, like, well, you know, maybe want to stray away from that. Like Marlon said, maybe want to live for survival right now, live for ourselves. So I think
Right.
it's a cause and effect in a sense.
Bro, I used to talk to Juice about this shit like 24/7. I wanted a kid. I ain't give a fuck with
He
nobody said.
damn
I
sure
wanted one.
did.
I wanted one early too. Goddamn it! I mean, I
Man, we ain't
wanted a
finna put
kid.
that 20-pound turkey in somebody, man.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You
Hey,
know,
that's
guys
your
signing
problem
up
right
for
there.
that shit.
You just don't never know when to shut the hell up. That's the problem. But anywho,
Little John Henry coming out of somebody with a hammer. You know,
Oh my god.
Marley, keep that shit to yourself, you bastard. But anywho,
Oh my god.
I've always wanted a kid just because I've seen this world, right? And I am 100% sure. I was like, I just want to bring a caring human in this world that got manners, who like actually respect their elders, who actually still say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir type. Like I just wanted to bring a good human up in this world that was well taught. You know what I mean? I've always wanted that shit. I used to talk to Juice about this shit so much. And the man always was like, nah, fam, I don't want it. But
Even in my 20s, I was
with
done.
me, I was like, I want one early, bro. I want a kid. But then as I got older, bro, it's crazy. Cause like I've got older, I've been taking trips and shit, heading out of the country and
Hollywood.
shit like that. And like I purposely choose the adults only resorts. I don't want these little kids just running around making out. Get the fuck away from me. But I personally think it's
you
only
gotta excuse one.
because of now I am older. I'm like trying to have I'm trying to create a actual, like passive income and stuff like that, trying to get my business going, trying to do this and that. And I know how much of a financial hit it would be having a kid now. So I'm to the point to where now I'm just trying to have like, okay, I'm trying to take care of my business, trying to be good to an extent. So like now I really don't want a kid now. It's crazy, but I just kind of don't want no at all. So
ain't
But
nothing wrong
don't
with
you
it.
think that'll change as you grow? Because remember, as you get older, you want different things, and you never know. You might meet somebody different that might want the same type of.
And that's why I wanted a kid at a young age. I don't like. I've always thought up in my head for some reason. I just didn't ever have like a long life expectancy for me. So I've always was trying to have a kid up at a young age. So whenever I get older now, it's just like I 100% don't want one now because I ain't trying to be that old person who just can't like enjoy their kid, just trying to run around and shit with them and all of that. So no.
I got a question. Do both of you guys have children?
Brandon
No,
don't.
I don't know. I don't have.
Okay.
I'm trying to do stuff right now, and then me and my girl would think about doing that probably like in a year time or so, a year or two time.
You gotta bust that load, nigga.
This guy right here.
Gotta go home and take care of them people.
Catch some bodies, that's.
Hey, the practice part is the fun part now.
Yeah.
But it was crazy to me that my man was mentioning all them trips. He didn't mention what happened in the DR, because
Oh my God, here we go. Y'all gotta forgive me.
Bro,
Did y'all have any other question?
Nah, as far as the Q&A now, that was the only one for now.
Okay. Oh yeah, man, I was
great.
feeling that. Hell yeah.
I forgot we were still on that question. I forgot that was the last thing we had.
Hey man,
Absolutely.
we walked out on that.
We go off the rails. Be over here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good though. Yeah.
No, man, I think it's time kind of touching the world of sports and what's going on, man. There you go. Not too much. We don't want to get sued. Yeah.
That's why I cut it off.
That nigga look like a ghetto Power Ranger. But go ahead.
Yeah, we can play the fucked up
Look at-
yay new song because nobody care about that damn song. You know that.
Oh my god, get out of there. Get out of there.
Nobody give a damn about that song. We play it all we want. That one even
Nah,
like
man. Anything in the world of sports, man, that y'all want to touch on? I know something I
Yes.
definitely like to talk about.
Yes. We not gonna waste no time on it. We're gonna jump into this thing, and here it is.
Okay.
I need to know everybody's reaction about Coach Prime leaving Jackson State.
all right. I'll definitely go first because I feel like
All right.
I'm on the opposite side of what I've been hearing from work and different people or whatever. So for me, this time now I feel like I'm grateful for it because one, us being from Mississippi, we definitely know that fucking we've been talking about on this podcast about the water system in Jackson for like 2 or 3 years or whatever. So and
Right.
how it was never getting changed, how people had to bar they shit. They was on it seemed like a never ending bar. Or he get down there, he started to get celebrities into it and shit. And next thing you know, all of a sudden the water system is getting fixed and they getting taken off ball or and shit like that. So like to me that supersedes sports, anything that's going on with the sports things is that he made an actual legitimate impact into that community that's going to help for years and years to come, whatever, with that water system, whatever. And then in sports, he also helped Jackson State, which was always a pride for university before him and will be after him because of the legacy of the band and different things like that. So he helped down there. He did that. He brought attention, awareness to it. And his players, from everything I read, knew what was up. Knew he didn't sugarcoat it with them. He told them how he was on, and all of them are grateful for the opportunity and everything like that. So I don't understand what the people are getting mad about or whatever, or like trying to say he's all of a sudden a sellout when all the impact and stuff he did. And then not only that, the nigga would have his salary he gave to that locker room, building up the locker room, building up the stadium, getting them workout facility. And the most thing that I saw that I was the wood coming to me and I got my foot amputated. I'm out here in the cold in the game and we getting our ass beat. And I'm over here still out here with y'all niggas and I got a whole amputated foot.
See, you hit the nail on the coffin for me. I mean, personally, this is how I feel. It's to me, it's kind of selfish because it's like you see the growth that came with him coming there. You know, for the first time, you guys was getting national attention. He brought awareness to a lot of wrongdoings that was going on in the, in the SWAC, and I'm just sitting there saying to myself, like, I thought the whole objective was for us to get into the bigger spaces to make the impact that, was needed. I mean, him being at Jackson State is cool, and they did complete his, like he said, his journey was to, win a championship, get an offer, that was, I guess, of prime standards, because I think what his contract is worth like 29 million.
29 million 5 years, yeah.
29 million 5 years. I mean, as he should. I mean, he's proven on every level that, he's a winning coach. And to have people, I'm gonna stop sounding politically correct, and I'm just gonna say it. We're from Hattiesburg. If you ever watch Jackson, Mississippi news, it should tell you everything you need to know on why that man need to get the fuck up out of Jackson.
Okay.
I mean, they robbed him like 2 or 3 times.
Exactly. What, they was gonna wait till they shoot the? I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that about that man.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Even the water thing he was talking about, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man.
They call it Jacktown for a reason. It's not an abbreviation. It's not.
Boy, hey, but P, you know how y'all got South Florida, them strip clubs? Hey, I got one. Hey, boy, I'll remind you of it. Like Diamond, my cousin know about it, boy.
Yeah,
hey,
it's like King of Diamonds.
Man, what? What? Hey, you have to ask my cousin about. Oh my God! But anyway, I just kind of feel like, if you're from Jackson, of course you're gonna feel some kind of way. Even though, in my personal opinion, I think they shouldn't. They should be happy that the man did what he did for their organization.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you outside of Jackson, you shouldn't have an opinion on it either way nor how. I mean, I get what Jason Woodlock fat ass was trying to say on his
I
show.
fucking hate that nigga.
I mean, bro, he was like, Deion Sanders is a sellout. What he should have did was
That's
stay.
bull.
I'm
That's
like,
bull.
how is he a sellout? Because the man saw a better opportunity and took it.
And then plus,
All
on
right,
top of that,
hold on. 1
everybody
second.
wanted to act like they all of a sudden historical swag information. Talking about Eddie Johnson. None of y'all niggas knew who that nigga was, and that nigga stayed in that college for all these years before this happened. But now they're using it as an example. Oh, we thought he was gonna be like Eddie. No, this is Deion Sanders, one of the most well-recognized players ever in history. You knew this nigga had higher goals and higher aspirations from the jump.
That's true.
Deion had an interview. He said clearly, if a Power 5 school
I was gonna say that. He
asks
literally
him,
said it.
he is going to entertainment.
He literally said that.
And let's not just like play like the bullshit. 4 years, $2 million for Jackson State or whatever, which he gave half of that back to
the facility
to create the brand new locker rooms, brand new practice squad and all of that shit or whatever. And also, them niggas didn't have no sponsor. They is with Under Armour now.
That's true.
They with fucking Under Armour as well. And also ESPN nationally fucking broadcast these motherfuckers. He brought in a #1 fucking cornerback. He brought in attention. He brought in millions of dollars. He brought in sponsors. He brought in a lot of shit within that 3 fucking years, bro. What more can you ask for a motherfucker?
Can I
I
jump
think
in?
the elephant in the
Go
room.
ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
I
bro.
think the elephant in the room is, as much as I don't think anybody really said it or anything like that, is because he's a black athlete.
Ding.
You know damn well if it was a white athlete, they wouldn't be making this much.
Yeah, white coat.
Thank you.
At all.
All our black cards need to be snatched because this man just said the key point that none of us. That's true.
Because
that is
at
true.
the end of the day, if it's LeBron, if it's Kyrie,
that's why.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Now, let me go ahead, Brent.
Go ahead.
If it's LeBron, if it's Kyrie, if it's anybody of any type of race saying any type of thing or making any type of big decision, people will prosecute him, and that's not right because at the end of the day, he can do whatever he want to do. If he fulfilled his obligation to what we're saying, he's within his right to do what he want to do. But everybody wants to prosecute you for making such a just because. And I'm telling you it. And just like y'all know, it's just because I feel like a race has a big standard in this stuff because when you're a different color, man, everybody scrutinize you so much, especially in the sports world. They scrutinize you so much when it comes down to your decision-making process. Because I bet you if it was anybody of any other race, they would be like, all right, well, he's going. So what?
I ain't even think about it, B, but this get more attention than Brett Favre shit did.
Woo! Yeah, exactly. And exactly. And that,
Facts.
What's going on right now?
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones.
Yeah, that picture with Jerry Jones. Oh, yeah, niggas ain't even talking about that, but they talking about the impact that this man made on this HBCU. And he wanted to make, like you said, Juan, he fucking said in the interview when he took the job, if a Power 5 school gives him an offer, he's going to entertain this shit. He literally said that shit before he went to
that other stuff that's going on with the investigation with John Gruden, right? What's his name? What is that his name, P? Gruden, who made the racist remarks and stuff like that.
And the email.
It's even getting more than like that. Yeah. It's getting more attention than that. So, like, it don't make no sense because it don't have anything to do with something that's so prevalent right now. He just made a decision to go to another school.
Now,
to impact another program.
That shit is crazy, though. Now, that shit is wild. That shit is with like the Washington people or whatever. Bro, these motherfuckers did a investigation type of shit or whatever. And the only reason why John Gruden got the type of shit that he got just because the damn owner of Washington was like holding back all of his shit. Like, bro, that shit is fucking crazy.
Let me say something. You gotta know the most. Oh, go ahead, Vaughn.
Not to be long-winded, and I'm playing devil advocate on everything I'm about to say. Like, I have no problem with the man leaving. And from my barber, supervisor, co-workers, it seemed like everywhere I went this week, this conversation just kept finding me. And I was hearing a lot of people dispositions, and they were hearing mine. But the one thing that always stood out to me throughout all these conversations was it wasn't the what, it was the how. I think what got a lot of people riled up, and it's unfair. It's unfair because, you know, you can't please everybody. You know, one man can't save the whole entire world, you know, for lack of a better analogy. But they felt like he came in as this black messiah. You know, when you lead your sell pitch as I'm going to be this black messiah to lead HBCUs back into the promised land, because, you know, a little bit, you know, before I was born, you know, HBCUs were a lot of these, you know, NFL scouts would go to scout, you know, major talent. HBCU was an enriched, you know, place for talent. Now, as years progressed, they kind of faded away, but I think that's what got people a lot of riled up with Deion, because he was, you know, hey, I'm here for the long haul. I was here for the children.
He said that God spoke to him.
I got two questions.
And see,
that God thing, you know.
I got two questions. Gorilla Pimpin', welcome to the show. My first question is this: have you ever heard of a situation where you hear media broadcasters say, well, this white coach, or you know, what other race or whatever, he should give or sacrifice his salary for X amount of years for the betterment of the team? I've never heard
no,
that.
hell no.
Never.
You've always heard, go get the bag, go get the bag, go get the bag. Okay, so my next question is, okay, well, if that's the case, why are we pocket watching a man that literally just showed that it wasn't about the money in the first place? I mean, literally, he just literally sacrificed, but now that he is getting rewarded for the job that he earned it for the job he just completed with the HBCU. Now it's like it's a problem because, oh, well, he for the money. If he was for the money, he would have never took the Jackson State job.
I'm gonna sum all this up real quick, and then this next question is for B and P real quick.
Okay.
I know you guys are from Mississippi. Now, when I say the name Mississippi, what are the first couple things come to your mind? Just B and P. If you familiar with the state, what are some of the first things that come to your mind?
Racism.
Correct.
Racism.
To be honest, that's the same thing that I think about too, man. Because we talking about like something that's, in my mind, racism is still engraved into Mississippi.
Racism, last in education, obesity, and I'm saying all this like full disclaimer. No, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. That's what we associated with.
Right.
So unarticulated. Devil's advocate, like I said, I don't have a problem with the man leaving, but I know where the source of the pushback is coming from. You have one of the top 5, if not top 3, greatest defensive players of all time. This man's a Hall of Famer, first ballot certified stamp. It's one of the best to ever do it.
Right.
You from Mississippi. Nothing positive ever comes from Mississippi. They say nothing positive comes from here. We always scuffed over, looked at a certain way. This man chose us. It was that pride. It was that feeling like, man, we got pride, man. We got pride, bro. He make us feel good about ourselves. I'm not saying that's how I feel, because either way, my life is gonna continue. But I know where that pushback came from. That's all I'm saying. I don't agree with it, but I know where it came from.
That was a big thing when he went to Jackson State. That was a huge deal. That was a huge deal when he went there. And he from Florida too. Like you said, he chose Mississippi of all places. He from Fort Myers. So it's like, for him to even pick going to Jackson State. But I see what y'all saying is that like Messiah thing. That was a good point. They looked at him as the Messiah, the Savior. Like, and he did a lot of stuff at Jackson State, man. So I'm for it. Whatever he want to do, man, he did what he needed to do. He accomplished that mission. Nothing lasts forever, man. Nothing lasts forever. As much as people want things to last forever and to keep going, nothing lasts forever. And he made a point to his when he left to the Jackson State athletes. In this game, you either get elevated or you get terminated.
That's it.
He's absolutely correct.
That's
you can't be mad at him, man. It's, like Brandon said, it's mainly because he's a black coach, black athlete. That's mainly the main reason. That was the big elephant in the room when he said that.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. And then, like, for me, like I said, freaking, like, I watch too much TV anyway, but like somehow I stumbled upon, like, years back, he had a show, a reality show for a while, and then he had a show following his high school that he was coaching at and everything, and he always talked about his aspirations of wanting to be a coach or whatever and stuff. And then, recently linking up with like Nick Saban and stuff like that, he sees himself in that kind of light, that kind of lane, going to that kind of aspiration. And no matter how many WAC championships he ever won, he was never going to be seen in that Nick Saban type of light, the light that he wanted to be seen. His old coach, Bobby Redriner, like you never be seen in those type of Bad Burn type things if he stayed there. And he always said that his was going to be a high level freaking D1 coach, and then possibly even aspiration for the NFL or whatever. And then people always talk about people pockets, but I'm like, for real, if you look at his career earnings, it's 33 million total of all the highlights and all the things he's done and the impact that he made and how he's the reason why corners get paid today.
Absolutely.
But overall, was 33 million. And that's before you do with taxes and and agents and shit that he had to do, and being that he's the sole provider for his kids, his adopted his cousin's kids and his mom and all this. So if he was being selfish for money, why not? My man earned it. He earned it. The money for it.
I want to wrap this up. And I just want to say this. Instead of us holding one man accountable, we got all these so-called black entertainers and all these other rich people. Why we not supporting HBCU?
Not donating because of Dion being down there and who
right.
And all the HBCU graduates,
right? All these, why we not supporting that like our own?
Yeah, everybody that was in the comments that with the tiki forks, hey, look up your local HBCU and start donating, brother. That's how you feel your outrage instead of. But this is the most popular thing to do. Just burn somebody at the stake instead of fucking any kind of balance. So it's crazy.
Right.
Bro, I had to look up what you just said. His career earnings is really 33 million. I never knew that. Yep. I never knew that.
You would have thought he was worth every bit of $100.
That's what I'm saying, bro. As big as the impact he made in the NFL,
the man had must be the money. Come on now, man.
Paid back there, man. That's the thing.
I did not know that. That's crazy, bro. You
eliminate a whole side of a field.
Yes,
you couldn't even look that way.
Yeah. Man,
facts.
But man, touching on another hot topic, definitely in the world of sports, man. Gorilla Pimpin', happy to have you, brother. Earlier this week, Brittany Griner was finally released from I believe 10 months in a Russian prison.
Mm-hmm.
In a prisoner swap with Victor Bot, aka the Merchant of Death, as some people like to label him.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you guys' opinions on it. Anybody want to step to the floor, man? By all means, jump forward.
I didn't know a WNBA star was the equivalent of a killer.
That's
yeah.
Hey,
that's not, man.
Like I said, I just thought I was saying I'm definitely happy for anybody to get out of that type of shit. Just me personally being in the military and fucking like hearing the stories about prisoners of war and different stuff and the torture that they go through. If anybody can get out of that shit, I definitely want them to get out of it. Even the person that's still there, the person that's on the spy charges, I'm hoping that they somehow find their way home some way too, because that shit is rough on your mentally. All that. So I'm happy for that, and I can understand some people bucking against it, but you're gonna have complaints about everything that get done. But for her and for her family, they able to actually, before Christmas, I know this time was rough on before, but now having her here, knowing that she's safe, is putting them at ease and at peace. So that's the only piece I have about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for people, I'm gonna let you go, Juice. And for people,
to burn that Russian passport. Yeah, you got to burn that shit.
Do that. That's the first thing you need to do.
I would right out the plane.
For people having a problem with the swap, saying why we didn't add the, X or this. Some people are saying dishonorably discharged Marine Paul Whelan. I don't know the full facts of the story, so I won't, go in there because I don't know the full facts. But I can understand because it's like, hey, like Juice just said, this is a man that is a legal arms dealer, the Merchant of Death, and for you to only try to get someone that, for all purpose, she's a sister, a daughter, a wife, but she's still just an athlete. Like, it doesn't seem like a fair trade to let go of someone that's a plus for war for someone who's just in all purpose an entertainer, because that's what their job is to do. They're athletes. Their job is to entertain us. But my thing is this: the merchant of death, he's a legal arms dealer, right? You know, selling weapons to other countries for his own profit, especially if countries against each other. But my thing is this: has gun violence not risen since this man has been incarcerated?
Hell, it's worse.
Yes,
It's worse, right?
Right.
Have war still found a way, and conflict still found a way to continue since this man has been incarcerated?
Damn, Skippy.
Yeah.
It's the way of the world.
Not nobody talking
It's
about.
the way. It's the way of the world.
Mm-hmm.
We worry about international arms dealer. We need to be worried about how 16 and 17-year-olds can, operate AR-15s here. Because they not getting these motherfuckers from illegal arms dealers. They going into their local pawn shop, their local gun shop. Ooh, that looks nice. Can I get that?
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
I mean, that's part of the starter kit to become a drill rapper. But anyway,
Oh my God, this dude.
I feel like, to be honest with you, I was going the opposite way as far as like me agreeing with her release, because I'm just like, she made the mistake, and at the end of the day, we had to release this dude here, and if anything, I would at least put that on top of it. And, they was pushing for Paul Whelan, whatever, the Marine or whatever, they was pushing for him. I definitely feel like more so than this being anything about her, because I don't believe this was about her. I believe this was just for politics, just like me and P was talking. I believe it was just to cater so Biden could probably get another term, and he's appealing to the LGBTQ, whatever, whatnot,
Ding, ding,
all
ding,
that kind of
ding,
crap.
ding, ding.
I believe that's the whole reason. It's not because of her release. And either way, me personally, I wouldn't have let go of fucking terrorists just to do that, just because she made a mistake.
Right.
Because clearly, if she's still living and all that kind of stuff, whatever. But this other dude over there, he was a Marine. He fought for the United States. At the end of the day, people may not agree with how it was done, but when you think about it in the sense of it, like, and we thinking about like businesses and just politics in general, it wasn't done for her family. It was done for politics. It was done just so they wanted for the vote.
Bro, you said a key thing here.
Absolutely.
We're talking about black people. We're talking about all of the women. We're talking about LGBT plus communities or whatever. He like killed like 3 birds with one stone just by bringing her home. Like point blank, every fucking thing is meant for a reason. This wasn't just off of yeah, she's a NBA star, we gotta bring her home or whatever. We have a Marine that is over there because of
Marine, but
espionage or whatever, right?
also another thing that he's over there for espionage. And if anybody espionage, that's the spy and shit.
Right.
And how we do with that is entirely different, because one, any person that's worked in that field or whatever, they totally told that we're not, like, if you get caught or whatever, the U.S. is going to deny any involvement in that with that type of thing. So that's a little more trickier sell than somebody who's bust down for a cartridge or like for marijuana charge or whatever.
Absolutely.
It's going to be
also now, once again, we're giving away now. It like this ain't just like no a cool kind of calm dude. This is the merchants of, like, all of the gun. He creates all these type of deadly fucking weapons, right? And we traded him away for her or whatever. But once again, that's because he got, like, it's all about 2024, right? He's caring about this, right? He talked a lot of bullshit about what he was supposed to do for us, haven't done a lot. But this would at least take care of the women's. This will take care of LGBTQ. This will take care of black. So it's a strategic move. A strategic move that he was trying to do. Absolutely.
Now, I asked the same question, not to hold nobody's point out, hold nobody's statements up, but one, you brought out the LGBT community so many times. We've heard them. Hey, they may become pitchforks for me. I I'm gonna say what I gotta say. We've seen them come from entertainers,
Mhm.
jokes. One said it best. What's the outrage for her?
I'm not big into politics, but I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. Donald Trump pardoned Wayne and Kodak Black. Brittany Griner ain't on the same level. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just saying. Like, if we gonna play on black people's emotions, Brittany Griner. Somebody that women barely went seen played basketball. Now all of a sudden they're in an uproar and they care.
Exactly.
That's
Really?
the shit. If look,
Hey, I got a question
if all
then.
of this shit
Go
like
ahead,
actually happened, if that's the case, bro, whenever she started back playing fucking NBA or the basketball, I better see millions of
Millions of
motherfuckers in the
motherfuckers
stands.
better be out there. It's gonna be them
Yeah.
same 12,000 missing seats like it always is.
Yeah,
But
nah, that'll
it
be
is.
fucked up. That'll be
That's
fucked up.
real though.
That goes back to
It
what we were
is the
saying like about before. Like everybody just gives attention to what they want to give attention to as far as like social media though. Everybody wants to be the most trending topic, and they believe that the bandwagon right now is to support her. That's just what it is though.
Real.
Hey, sorry. Apologize for my tardiness, man.
What up?
So,
What up?
oh, what's up, G's?
Oh
So
no.
look, if I get captured,
Mm-hmm.
you think they gonna give me back?
Your ass is gone.
First off, we hold on, Fat. Let me.
Go ahead, cuz.
You ready to have a heart to heart?
Mm-hmm.
See, we know you, Uncle Frank, and we know you valuable, but the world don't know that yet. So
It's me. I can't tell. He don't be on here.
I'm not sure they're gonna be like,
Hey,
this
look.
nigga get high all the time, nigga late.
Hey, look. Hey, look.
Look like
Hey,
Terry. So,
look. As long as they got some weed over there, man. Shit, y'all take your time. Get you back.
Fat. She went to jail for weed. You're not going over there for a party to get high, my nigga.
Hey, I'm like, look, you don't know how they handle little terrorist videos. They were like, nigga, shut up.
My
I'm like, look, man. Tell them that we need some pieces, some gin, and
my God.
my freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gorilla Pimping is on the show. And you know,
I would change that shit immediately to the 4 black people or the 4 black men from Mississippi instead of 5, because your ass is gone.
yeah, because you ain't coming back. Now, in other sports, sports news, I gotta bring this up. I got to. Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say his name. I'm gonna let y'all rock out. Jerry Jones. Y'all got it.
For me, like whatever, just reading the article and shit on it. I felt like a lot of people, one, they thought that was a photo from the famous Arkansas high school, elementary school, which it was not. It was another Arkansas school. Secondly, I just want to know the writer, how did that tie into their point about him now hiring a black coach? How did that? I don't understand why, like the picture even came up or whatever, because it didn't validate their point what the article was actually about or anything like that. And like I said, a lot of people picked on her about what the situation was, but I mean, shit, I want to know who are these surprised people that a white man born in Arkansas in the 50s might be racist.
Exactly. Like,
it's not. There's not.
What about
we really shocked?
So shock factor to me that a white man born anytime before shit ever will fucking have a problem with black people and who's born in the U.S.
So he was born in Arkansas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he went down to Dallas when. How long he been down there in Dallas?
He been there for a long time, since the 80s. He been there since like the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, back then Dallas was bad too with racism.
I'm sorry.
I said, you know, back then, back in Dallas, Texas, that shit was still bad with racism and shit. So
correct. That's true.
It's not like, come on now. Like, you can really look at the picture and be like, yeah.
See, my thing of it is this. And Marley said this a long time ago, and it's so true. If it don't fit our narrative as the media, we're not gonna speak too much on it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the fact that exists, because at the end of the day, they gave Kyrie all the smoke over something as simple as a link. and the man told you what his intentions was and what they weren't, but you went on and you made him feel like, yo, you need to educate yourself on why this is wrong. Well, shouldn't that old ass man from Arkansas do the same thing?
But that's the
And
thing.
that's the
Hey,
problem, Juice.
hey,
That's the exact shit that I have a problem with. Every time we talk about this, Juice, these are other people that is organized, that is doing correct things and telling them what they want from their community. As black people, for us, what the fuck are we asking for? What the fuck are we trying to say, okay, if this don't fucking happen, we're not putting no money into it. Or we as a community will not fuck with you. You know what I mean? So it's always for us as the black community, who the fuck that's trying to organize, that's trying to say, if this don't happen, this won't work. Or, like point blank, there's always that problem. Like when Kyrie had his shit, there was a list of demands, all of this and every damn thing else. When anybody say any damn thing about us or whatever, we just talk about this shit up on Twitter, talk about it on fucking Instagram. It have a little hype up on actual online shit, but don't nobody demand shit. Ain't anybody asking for shit. Ain't
All
anybody
right.
trying to say this or that. So yeah, man,
Well, look.
it's stupid here, honestly.
Let me ask y'all this then. Let me ask y'all this. So, what do the black community actually want? Because it seems like every other race, they know exactly what they want, and then majority of the time, they get it. What do
Right.
we actually want?
You
Or do
talking?
we have, huh?
No, I was just gonna ask, when you say what we want, you saying as far as like this whole Jerry Jones situation or in general?
Just in general. Because to me, it's like we want so much. Just like what one was saying, like shit. To me, it's like we don't have enough people to put out what we need. We got a few, but a few ain't all of us. You got a few of black people speaking for us. So
Right.
like
Nah, I would
go
disagree
ahead.
with that, bro. We had as black people, you have enough people. It's just that not
Yeah. No, no,
everybody
no, no, no,
wants
no.
to. Not everybody wants to.
We're not
It's
all on
like
the
no,
same
we're not
page.
united with the
Yeah.
cause. You're
It's
not.
Right,
divided.
Nobody
right.
with
We're
you.
not all on the
It's
same page.
division.
Yeah, so
Right.
so look,
Which
see,
kind of really, yeah,
see like
kind of really in
let me
sense
rephrase that
they
shit.
wanted it. They
Like,
that's exactly
we
how they
got
want.
enough people. We got enough
Yeah.
people. Do we have the people to actually to fit that enough people type shit?
Um, for one, it goes into what they were saying as far as the division. We have to come together on common
Right.
grounds to say, all right, what is the foundation? What is the purpose? Like they got on the Colin Kaepernick about the whole kneeling thing. Like, what was the point? What was the point? He was bringing awareness to social injustices, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to answer your original question, what do we want? I mean, yeah, we could easily say the easy cop out answer and say reparations. Okay, but when you say reparations, like what do you want it? You want it in the form of cash, education? Do you want it in the form of land? I mean, we need to sit down and break down the specifics in order to get a clear cut answer on
Yeah.
exactly what is required for us to not trying to, jump the line over nobody, but we want to be sitting at the table as equals. And in my
All
opinion,
right.
it starts with banks, our own banks, hospitals. We as crazy as it may sound, we need to figure out a way to have our own police force. Something, something to help out with the problems that we have currently existing in today's existence. Period.
Well, hey, look, back in the day we had our own police force, but motherfucker just banned it off and we created their own damn thing and made it more about money instead about us as the people.
But see, that's the thing. That's why I didn't just go on with the whole reparations conversation, because it's like money is not going to solve our issues. We see, hell,
No.
let's be real here. We all done the experience getting an income tax check, right?
Right.
Did that income tax check change your life?
No.
No. Hell no.
It had you
Yeah.
straight for a couple weeks or months. You was good, and then by probably July, you like, well, damn, I'm back out here grinding.
Can I get Pete? Pete, can I get your perspective on all this, man?
As far as the Jerry Jones picture, I didn't really know the whole history behind that because I saw people saying that he actually spoke on that before, but he's just not speaking on it now.
Right.
I was gonna ask y'all if y'all saw what LeBron had said about that when he asked the reporters. He's like, "I'm
Yes.
mad that you guys didn't ask
Yes.
me anything about that." How do y'all feel about him bringing that up? Because I felt that was kind of weird that he. And I fuck with LeBron. But I just thought it was.
Oh
just
Lord,
weird
not
out of
another one.
nowhere.
I
What you
was,
mean?
look, I
No,
was,
no, I think
Oh Lord, not another one.
no, his alliances will be with us, dudes. I think my man is
I
a
was fucking happy that he said it. Honestly, like
I'm
that
not
was the
saying.
best
I'm not saying I
thing.
wasn't happy that he said it. I just thought
Was
that
it
it
a
was just
strategical
weird
reason for
that
him
out of
saying it?
Right.
yeah.
Which is
Absolutely.
why I say that. Cause look, okay, all right,
Mhm.
the shit that pisses me off about everything, is people is like choosing who they want to just be okay with compared to like who they don't want to be okay with. if we're going right down the line about what's wrong and what's right?
Mhm.
I would say automatically, even though this is the past, even though this doesn't happen a long time ago, Jerry Jones should have to go and sell his shit. Everybody else having to do it because of past shit that happened a long time ago, or because of problems that they had. But just because we heard a white person just said a couple of racist things or whatever, motherfucker, we talking about a motherfucker that was at the goddamn school or whatever, ain't trying to let y'all black ass in. Like
One,
real shit.
hold on. Let me get this off. I slightly disagree. Let me tell you why. Because he was a teenager, and I'm not saying I'm not.
That's my problem.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm about to say. He wasn't Jerry Jones the owner as a teenager. Now that we know the whole situation, it's up to him to come out and to debunk this whole theory about him being racist and speak up. If he don't do it, if he chooses not to do it and be on some Kyrie Irving type time, then you take action and say he got to go.
He had a couple of fucking interviews. He was on that Kyrie Irving
Then
shit.
we crucify him. We crucify him for that.
No,
We
he
can't
wasn't.
crucify him for something he did as a teenager.
From the ones I heard, he talked
Are
about.
you serious? That's the way of the world. That's what everybody.
That's true. Listen. That's true. But listen, to what I'm saying. What they'll try to throw at us is, well, the other ones that had to sell their team, that was while they were in ownership of a team.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Right. I get what you're saying. Like they do it to black athletes all the time. Like, well, in 8th grade you smoked some pot, so yeah, we didn't draft you number 1. What the fuck? That ain't got nothing to do with I get it.
I'm just saying, I just hate the whole shit to where we pick and choose. Like, can we not pick and choose?
Feel that.
Can we be one-sided upon every fucking thing equally?
I feel you. Like I said,
see, look.
That's what Brandon was saying earlier, or whatever. So he said this earlier about how the district just off race, how it's perceived just off the race, whatever. Like you said, Kyrie, they saw an athlete, and I think we even mentioned, and you said it. You felt like at some point they was trying to break him or whatever, try to show him back his place as this black person or so like that. But with Jerry Jones, they're not gonna be able to do that same card, and they like you said, they see it because they see somebody that look like them and has the aspirations that they want. It's like, oh, I can understand that he made a mistake or whatever. But for us, when there's ever one of us, they don't think we deserve to earn anything that we have. So anytime we do anything, they feel like this is the perfect opportunity to break us down, to tell us what's our place in the world. As far as Jerry Jones, they feel like he in his rightful place in the world or whatever. So, and like I said, you're talking about the Cowboys alone is almost, I think, worth $4 billion or something like that, and he's worth multiple billions. It would be years upon years in court before Jerry Jones even get close to signing his name on the pipeline. So
he's the most powerful owner in the NFL, hands down.
Absolutely. Ultimately, it probably wouldn't even come to fruition. It probably wouldn't even come to fruition and had to happen, because you figured that the amount of pull that he would have as far as to get to that point. Do you think anybody who's vested or in cahoots with Jerry Jones is gonna let that happen. Whether we're
Hell
talking
no.
about
Facts.
people
They
on
would just
fire, we're talking
Look,
about judges.
facts.
Nah.
They would just buy the team from him.
Yeah, we're
that's
talking
true.
That's
about
true.
cheerleaders,
That's
we're
true.
talking
That's
about
true. But
governors,
if I could say
we're
just
talking about
one thing, bro, one thing, the shit that pisses me off as well is why there's like, I swear, bro, me and Juice also had this conversation. Why is there so many black motherfuckers coming to his fucking defense? Whenever there's a problem for like Kyrie Irving, I ain't hear anybody coming to his defense.
Nope.
All
Whenever
right,
there was a
look,
problem
look.
for this or that, they didn't come to his defense. Why do the black motherfuckers gotta prove what kind of person he is? Why in the fuck he can't do it himself?
Look.
You already
You
know
know
the
why?
answer to that.
Go ahead.
Bro, you know the answer to that is because these people, it's just like people when black people get to the position of power, bro. They feel like they want to be on the side that's going to be winning. For right now, the side that's winning right now is what that side is. And until, like I said before, until there's uniformity in the black community, and there's no such thing as that right now. Everybody
Absolutely.
on a different page, bro. There's nobody's on the same page. Nobody wants the same thing, and everybody thinks that this is what it is, and we're gonna accept it. And until there's uniformity and acceptance in the black community to what we should or what people should want and what you should demand or what we should have or seek for in like a society, and nobody finna be on the same page. And those people that you talking about are agreeing with Jerry Jones and that are black. It's the same people, they see that the other side is winning. Why would I want to align myself with the losing side? They're not going to do that.
I've never seen so many people just
I
hurry up
like
and
Candace
like align.
Owens. Will said, Brandon will said.
I
don't know
never
what
seen so many
Gorilla was gonna
motherfuckers do
say.
that shit. Like,
Damn,
like,
where'd he go?
bro, everybody hurry up and hopped up on it. No, he did this or what? God damn, like you, like, I just have a problem with that because sometimes I feel like you don't have to say shit. Like
That's true.
Like you just don't have to be a part of it. Like shut the fuck up and let him, as a man,
This is my
say
thing.
what he got to say.
This is my thing. Some of the people that's taking up for him, of course they're gonna defend him. He made them millionaire.
Even though
come on,
it was a which I get, but when it come to other shit, it's like they fucking silent up on the black shit. But how the fuck are you so quick to talk about some other?
Exactly.
I don't know. See, I'm not trying to just have it specifically about this or that, but it's like, come on, man. Like, I've seen when people ask you that question about this topic or that topic or whatever, you are like, you didn't even want to talk about that shit. About your own people, about your own kind, about your own fucking race. But as soon as we talk about a white person being a little racist or something, you have no problem hopping up on, hey, this what happened for me. I'm just gonna tell you about me or this.
I agree with
Shut
one.
the fuck up.
I agree with 100% because at the end of the day, we all human. Let him man up on his mistake. If it's sincerely a mistake.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the thing, bro. Everybody been talking so much shit about him for his defense. He haven't even said nothing.
Yeah,
he ain't even
nothing.
had an actual fucking interview to actually address this shit.
I think
and I remember, Juice, we talked about this shit with Kyrie. I said if he felt like he hurt anybody in any way, just apologize, end it, right?
Right.
If Jerry Jones felt like he hurt anybody in any fucking way or offended in any fucking way, you fucking go up on national fucking television, you explain your fucking self, you apologize, you be fucking remorseful, and you move on. But he ain't even did that. He ain't gonna
I want him to have the Kyrie Irving treatment. He gotta apologize and he gotta go do some some educating himself. So I feel like he should have to watch Friday at least 10 times. He should have to watch Good Times.
Like the
that's kind of old. That's
Society or something.
Yeah, he gotta watch that. He anything black, he gotta be a part of it. He gotta go to Popeyes at least twice a week.
He have to eat fried chicken at least 5 times out of that week.
5?
You know what I mean?
Man, he's not apologizing. He's not apologizing, man. Has any white person ever apologized for anything that they've ever done to us?
Exactly.
History.
Not wholeheartedly, anyway.
No, because they feel like because he's in a position of power, that kind of negates him from having to cause, to to live up to these certain circumstances and these consequences, which is false because it's like at the end of the day, what is that setting out the message to your players, which we all knew he was kind of fishy when the whole kneeling thing, and he came out
that shit he
in a
said.
press, right, and said literally, if any of my players kneel during the anthem, you can hang your star
It
up.
was some slave
You
master
getting
shit.
your ass off of this
Yeah.
plantation.
I mean,
Slave master shit, bro.
The owner of the
So hey,
Dallas.
look, I know the probably question that's out off topic, whatever. So if y'all were slaves, right?
Okay.
But y'all did do the same thing as slaves did, like what majority of them did, type shit.
Like just get in
Meaning,
line and not revolt, just go with the
right, yeah. Or would y'all be like a rebellious type
My
person?
middle name Django. Nope.
But look, I think it was.
Yeah,
I
see?
think that's subjected to what you go through, because as mentally our
Right.
minds now, we know that we're not gonna do no shit like that. But back
But back
then,
then,
they were so afraid of everything.
look,
They didn't know what the fuck was
Right.
gonna happen. So of course they not gonna do that. I think us thinking as ourselves now, we're not going for none of that shit because it's different.
all
But
right,
their mentality back
'cause
then is different.
it was some that had the same mentality that we had.
Yeah,
They ain't
there
make it,
was some. There was some.
but you know,
And then people would snitch up on their ass and tell them every guy, hey,
House
he
niggas.
trying to do this, he trying to do that.
Out of fear, though. It was out of fear. It was
Right.
out of fear of
Right.
seeing
right.
their
Absolutely.
sister,
Like you
mother
know, some
raped,
of them
their
they had
son
kids,
killed.
right?
I mean,
So
Absolutely.
they had to obey. I'm sorry. And we all on PlayStation together, nigga. Y'all better not snitch on me because I'm running.
First off, let's get something understood. You ain't gonna be the only nigga running until they chop off my
Oh, y'all
left
running?
foot. We gone. We up out of this thing. We leaving.
First of all,
We leaving.
shit, my legs is gonna be tough to be trying to do a lot of running, fam. I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be tired, fam.
We gonna come back and fight for you because we can't just run with you. We gonna
Hey,
have to
this
leave
ain't
you.
better fight for
I'm
the
gonna be
damn them
tired.
big ass
Hey, yo,
legs. You
that
better be
dog,
chicken.
though? Oh, bro, I'm gonna just go tell the dog to bring his ass here because I ain't got time to be trying to run constantly.
well,
Fuck
guys,
that.
man, if anybody else got something to say on this topic, man, by all means feel free. But if not, we can go ahead and move along, man. Not trying to rush nobody.
Let's.
Yeah, go
we
ahead.
good. Oh yeah, we good. Come on.
That's
Okay.
right.
Well, man, I believe it's one of the brother Marley topics. But if he don't mind, I'm such a big musical lover. Marley, don't you start. Don't you start. Man, if you have something in mind right now, man, your top 3 music albums of the year, not one genre. I already know mine's, man. It's just a lighthearted topic, man. I feel like music is important. What album stood out to you this year and really made an impact with you that you felt like I live with this project, man? Anybody want to flow, by all means, please step to it.
I'll go first. Definitely, it's all gonna be in one genre though. It's definitely gonna all be.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Joey Badass is 2000.
Okay.
Freddie
Damn,
Gibbs,
Joey.
Freddie
I
Gibbs,
was gonna say that,
Soul
bitch.
Separately,
Okay.
and JID's album. Those 3 for sure. The best 3 hip hop albums to me this year.
Forever Story is a fucking classic.
Okay, that shit is nice. That
I
shit
may
is
be
dope.
an anomaly because I think it's just okay.
What JID's album?
Yeah.
You
Hey,
was
hey,
fucking
don't
tripping.
listen. He say some crazy shit from time to time. My
I
cousin.
think out of the 3 I just named, that was number 3. I think Joey and Freddie definitely are better than
felt
those
like
2.
Denzel got overlooked. I feel like Melt My Eyes, See My Future was a hell of a great album.
I didn't listen to that one. I'm not a huge Denzel Curry fan, even though he's from Florida. Yeah, even though I'm not huge on him, but I didn't listen to that one.
Man, anybody else, man? Not trying to hold nobody up.
I just had 2. Nas King Disease 3 and Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale. Those were my 2 that they stood out to me this year. So
hey.
Yeah.
I was disappointed by Kendrick's album, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no!
Wow!
Oh
no! Because
oh no!
look, listen. I'm keeping it real. Kendrick is one of my favorite artists of all time. J. Cole is my favorite rapper of all time.
He's my favorite rapper. Yeah.
But Kendrick's album, I think it didn't have that replay value like his other albums did. To me, that one did not have the replay value of them. Like Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, and To Pimp a Butterfly, they have way more replay value than this one did. I don't even think this one had the long, like, nobody's really talking about Mr. Morale like that no more, bro. To be honest with you, like on Twitter and social media, nobody's talking about the album like that. I don't feel like it had I don't think it had the impact like his other albums did. When his other 3 albums came out,
if if it don't have the impact, it's because motherfuckers ain't mature enough. Motherfuckers haven't evolved enough. Motherfuckers haven't understand
But
what the
all his
fuck he
other
talking
albums
about.
had that.
He
All his
he
other albums
he's
had that though.
speaking real shit though. Honest,
He
like
is. He definitely is.
yeah, bro. He talk real shit up on all this shit, but he's actually opened up a fucking door to his life. He's actually letting people know like what happened in like what he's been going through with his wife, with the problems he had with his dad about trying to be strong, and this and that. Like he told a fucking beautiful story as always.
Yeah,
But
this rock on the
He did, but I just feel like compared to his other albums, it's not up there. Because like that Mother I Sober song, that's a hell of a song.
Man,
that's a hell of a song. But I feel like as a whole, the whole album, it wasn't to the level of his other album. But we had talked about this. We had talked about this before the album came out. I think he deserves, because we was like, does he deserve a pass if this album isn't as good as his other album? Before the album even came out, me and Brandon talked about this, and I think he does. But y'all have a different opinion on the album. But I feel like regardless of what he did, he got 3 certified classes, regardless of anything. So it's like I feel like if this album wasn't up to par, it didn't even matter. But I'm not saying it was a bad album at all. I just didn't enjoy it. I just personally didn't enjoy it as much as the other albums.
Now, Pete, let me say this, Pete. With J. Cole being our favorite artist, can we both agree upon this? I don't think his previous album was his best work. Like, I don't think it was.
That was the least
the off season. The off season album.
Yeah.
I don't really go back and listen to it like that.
That's not it
I think it was good. I
don't know.
It wasn't bad.
Shit, I like them.
No, it wasn't bad. I'm just saying, like, compared to Born Center and Forest Hill Drive and For Your Eyes Only.
Like
I could agree with that. I could definitely agree with that.
Like I said, I think out of his whole discography, it was the most digestible album. It was straight to the point. I don't think it had an overall bottom foundation. Like, hey, is it y'all want that mixtape code? I'm gonna give y'all a mixtape code, and I'm gonna do it in 39 minutes, like a drill, like a shooting drill, all season. That's what I took from it.
Personally, I think him and Kendrick both was going less towards the commercial sound, more towards like the storytelling, the lyrics. You know, they wanted to actually make the consumer digest what they were trying to say instead of trying to get a crowd hype off a hit. So,
but that's kind of really how their style is in general sense. It's never really been different in that, right? They've only kind of really did their own thing, especially when we talk about Kendrick.
I would say the exception, Brandon, with the exception of Damn, I don't think that was, and I had to kind of catch myself from a previous statement I made. I don't feel like Damn, he was trying to make commercial hits, but I do say if you want some of his most radio-friendly songs, you revisit that album.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to get my 3 out the way real quick, not throwing nobody up.
Okay.
The Weeknd's Don FM. I love the album. I love the concept.
I
love that album.
I fucking hate the
Weeknd. Hey, agree to disagree.
Hey, that's Brandon. That's Brandon's favorite artist.
He have the type of voice that I have a problem with when we talk about Ari Lennox. Like it's like I can only.
Hey, I'm sorry.
The
Weeknd is hard. Yeah, one. I gotta disagree. The Weeknd is very talented. Like,
very talented, but I'm saying it's just a type of voice that I just hate.
Well, what kind of voice? Everybody is not R. Kelly and Tevin Campbell, sir.
First of all, Tevin Campbell is that nigga. Don't you ever disrespect.
Oh my God. Here we go. Go ahead, Vaughn.
Yeah, what's your other two?
Don FM, Kendrick Lamar, of course, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And like I just said, man, Denzel Curry, melt my eyes, see my future. See the future.
Okay.
See your future.
Okay, y'all playing around with it. So I'm going with Kendrick Lamar, you know, Big Steppers, all that. All right. Pusha T, bro. The shit is dry. Like, or y'all forgetting about
this shit was hard.
I'm just saying, are you serious? And
sequencing wasn't his best. Not the best sequencing, but go ahead.
Shitting me, but and I'm gonna go with my nigga Brent Fayez, Wasteland. That's my motherfucking shit.
That's his
Okay.
soundtrack to when he put on his Hawaiian shirts with all the face when he go out of
Hey,
the country.
first of all, that Brit Fires, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. That nigga
It was
Brit
hard.
is,
I
that
heard
shit,
some of it.
that album gold.
Bruh, you know what's
Promise
so
you that.
crazy, dog? All y'all put Kendrick in there. I want y'all to answer this. Is this not Kendrick's weakest album? Yes or
Yes,
no?
Yes,
so.
I agree.
No,
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
no,
That's all I want to know. That's all I
no,
want to know.
no.
No.
What's his weakest
Uh-uh.
weakest
His
album?
weakest album to me, and I'm gonna go against the grain, Section 80.
I don't count Section 80.
Mm,
I don't
That
count
that
Section 80.
it was
I don't
his
yeah,
count
first
Section
you
80.
don't really.
mainstream album. It was
I
an
think
album.
Good Kid, Mad City is his first like
It's
album that we kind
mainstream.
of.
Man City is
That's
the
the
best
best one.
album
And
he
I'm,
ever
I'm
created.
and I'm gonna tell you the
That's the
truth.
story.
Damn,
Yes.
you listen
Yes.
to Damn now, opposed when it came out 5 years. It's kind of watered down, man.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But I don't count Section 80 though. I count Good Kid, Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, and this one. I'm saying out of those four, what's the weakest one?
This one.
I'm
Out
gonna
of
go
those
with
Answer
the
four,
that. Okay.
Untitled. No, I'm going with the Untitled because
I don't even count that one. That's
that is an
throwaways.
album. It's
That
an
was
album.
throwaways though.
it
But
was
it's
kind of like a
throwaways.
compilation.
It's an
Yeah, but it's
album, fam. He brung that shit out, bro.
No, but Damn to me, and he brought up To Pimp a Butterfly, which some people, the masses like to hold as Kendrick's best work. But it's crazy.
That's
He said,
one
Mr.
A, one B, right
yeah,
there, honestly.
But
it is.
let me say this: it's crazy because when it came out, I remember when because it leaked a week earlier. People were shitting on that whole project. Now it's a classic. I think it's gonna be the same thing with this album. Kendrick even said in an interview, "I knew To Pimp a Butterfly was gonna be a body of work that had to grow on people. I wasn't expecting people to love it." He told Jay-Z at the
I
Grammy.
love that shit off the rip.
He told
It
Jay-Z
sounded
at the
so
Grammys,
different,
"I'm
dog.
finna release some that a lot of my core fan base, man, hey, Jay-Z replied to him, said good. That way they can't put you in the box."
Yep, because it sounded so different than Good Kid, Mad City. Everybody was expecting that
I
same sound,
love
and everything sounded different.
all of the jazz quality up in that. Like it was like some real old school type of shit. It was like the type of shit Juice was like 25, like way back then, up in his time or whatever, where he was just trying to duck and jive. He was trying to duck and jive up in his time back then. So
You 2 years younger than me, sir. Stop.
my fault, man. I just thought we were talking about like way back then. So
Well, if it was way back then, if I was 25, you was 23.
Not to cut nobody off, man. If I can go ahead and get Jay Marley's top 3 and Brandon, not trying to hold nobody up, man. Want everybody to speak.
Oh dang. You saying Marley, he didn't say fat ass.
What?
We forgot you was on the show. Yeah.
Hey,
fuck you.
Man, I'll try to stay in pocket, cuz.
Yeah, please stay in pocket.
You can go ahead, Fat Man.
Go ahead, Fat. I'm sorry, brother.
Hey, look, man. I had to agree with Brent Fries. That shit was dope.
My
Big Crit, man.
Yeah.
That album right there went hard to me. What about the Dun Trip? Christmas season 2.
Dun Trip. You love you some goddamn Dun Trip, don't you?
Hey, that motherfucker that be going hard.
Fat, you know who I've been listening to lately? I know the pimp, Larry June.
Bruh, I just got put onto that nigga this year.
That nigga hard, ain't it, bro? That nigga hard, bro. That nigga, hey, if you want to listen to some pimping ass shit,
that
bro.
nigga shit hard, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm a big Currency fan, right?
That's always been my nigga. I just met him this year. I just met Currency this year, bro. At the Rick Ross car show. I had bumped into that.
Damn, you met Spitter.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. That shit
you
was
should
dope,
start
bro.
rapping for him, man.
I can't.
At the Rick
Nah,
Ross?
bro. Yeah, it was a Rick Ross car show out here in Atlanta. He had a car show at his mansion.
His crib, yeah.
At his crib, and I heard that shit was immaculate.
Hey, I'm finna go back and listen to all his shit. Bro, hard.
Yeah, Larry June hard, bro.
And then I've been listening to Slum Prince lately. I don't know y'all know. Yeah, it's a straight nigga, pretty much.
Okay.
But like, if I had to go back to it, Big Chris, shit, I like jazz type shit. So yeah, if y'all ain't heard the new Big Chris right now, y'all need to listen to it.
It had to grow on a lot of people. I don't mind it. I don't think it's his best work, but I prefer it.
It was like
I was about to say because
I liked it or whatever.
talked about this, Bun and Jay Marley. Y'all talked about how good that shit was, and I was telling y'all it was not it.
Is it, man?
I said I liked it as a project, but like for as me and my list, whatever, I wanted to just shine. I was just using it as to shine light on stuff that I listened to that I liked this year. And like I said, most of the names that y'all said are all in agreement with, especially the Crypt, the fucking Kendrick Lamar, the King Disease, fucking the Freddie Gaze. All those are things that I listened to, projects that I enjoyed. Even the Joey, because like I mostly my way of listening to music, what I do, like friggin' any project, mind if I, because I'm always trying to discover a new artist that I can listen to. So I'm listening to every album that's out there, and if I like it, I fall in love. But like I said, those honorable mentions and Pusha T as well from you one that all people that I listened to that I liked is a project. So since all those have been said, I'll just say some people that haven't been saying shine light on them that I liked. I liked it Lupe. I liked the Lupe album. This shit was good. It was a nice smooth album that he brought out. Lupe was good. Freaking don't look at my list here. Like I said,
Oh, I forgot one.
I would say who else? Somebody that I fucking ain't nobody mentioned. As far as me, as far as like a old school, not like R&B dude that I like it. I think the last John Legend project was a decent project as well that I liked it. Whatever, it had a good mix of duo artists, and it also like didn't take away from John Legend like voice or anything like that. I liked that, and then Um, I'd say for gospel rap, Lecrae dropped something that I liked. That was a project that I know not too many people only listen to. That was real solid. It was the fourth in his Church Close album. So those three will be like other list albums besides the ones that y'all mentioned on here that I like to listen to.
Hey, y'all listen to West Side Boogie?
From time to
Yeah,
time, from time to
I
time.
fuck with Boogie. Yeah, I fuck with Boogie from time
Man,
to
'cause
time.
that nigga knew that's what album I forgot, man. The Black Superheroes. That shit go hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he very slept on by the masses, man. But
Did we get
man,
Brandon
Brandon, we
top
can get
three?
your selection.
Yeah, Brandon. What's up
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
top three?
Mine was definitely sold separately. Freddie and Joey, and then King. These three. So those are my just because I like Joey's just because it just brought back that old New York style feel.
That boom bap,
Man,
yeah, he
that shit
definitely.
is a
That's
classic,
definitely
bro. I
number one,
love
man.
Joey. That shit is hard.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely messed with that album.
I hate that
I
song, Chris
definitely
Brown.
like Freddie's, man. Freddie's is just he's definitely underrated, man. I feel like.
Hey, I got a song all y'all can listen to, man. It's called First Thing. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it or not. Hold on, who the nigga that sang the song? It's called First Thing by Tony Boy.
Nah, I ain't heard that one.
Y'all need to listen to it.
I'm gonna write that down though.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
telling you, if you want to hear some pimping, Larry Jones, G.
That nigga, bro, Larry Jones. That's
Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
man, I've been so much of motherfucker like
Larry
FBG
Jones. That
Boogie.
nigga shit smooth.
he was on
it
Joey's
is.
album, man. If you ever heard Joey's album, he had one of
Yeah,
my favorite cuts on there, man.
he was on there.
That
Yeah.
shit snapping.
Hell yeah.
Honey, I'm crazy.
Hey yo, I still can't believe that you tripped up on the JID Forever story, bro. That shit was
It's one, and I'm a fan of JID. I prefer this album over his last album because the last album seemed like one big old fast break that never could slow down. Like
I really didn't know that he could like actually sing. That nigga
he's
is
very
gone.
talented, man. It's just like it's hard to explain. The same way Pete may feel about Mr. Morale and Big Steps, kind of feel like JID album. Like my favorite cut on the album is Money. A lot of people hated Money. I love Money.
I hated that song. That's funny that you said
Man,
that.
how the video?
I didn't even see the video. I didn't like the song at all. I don't like it.
You gotta get the video, man.
I'm
The
gonna check it
video
out. I'm gonna
made
definitely check it out.
first. I didn't like the
P,
song.
P,
Crazy Talent.
you gotta excuse my cousin. Listen to this. Hold on. Tell him what's J. Cole's weakest album to you.
To me?
His first album, Sideline Stories.
Fucking
Oh yeah.
child, bro.
Yeah.
Hell
No. It's not.
No.
You know what's crazy? I would say For Your Eyes was the weakest. No. KOD.
For Your Eyes?
KOD.
Oh,
KOD.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
KOD was
Absolutely KOD.
I prefer
yeah.
KOD over his
Hell
first
nah.
album.
Yeah, hell no. The
Nah.
song.
Yeah.
Nah.
Dude, KOD was a
Man.
shit.
Hey,
Nah,
Stop.
KOD
And I
was
think he was just
Number
finding
one,
himself because let's not act like this wasn't his narrative.
Bro,
Whether he
I
was
get
married or
and
not.
that's the thing though. But you heard the hunger in them lyrics though. You knew like, man,
See,
this
look,
motherfucker was
look,
he was
look,
spitting.
look.
I kind of
Let me
thought
make
Cole
y'all
was
this
corny when he
then.
first came out. Just being
Let
honest.
me make y'all this then. Every person first album, they always gonna go harder than anybody else because they gotta prove a point. They gotta prove they gotta make a name for themselves. So when
right.
he already got
Now
that name,
He
now
didn't do it
you,
on that album.
I will say this. He started to develop more on his second album than he did his first. But the
Yeah.
first one was
I
still
love,
a classic
yeah,
though. Like
look,
You know what
absolutely.
it was though? He had to drop something before the first album came out because he said he didn't want to wait too long to put music out. His first album was supposed to be Friday Night Lights. All the songs that were
right,
on Friday Night Lights was supposed to be his first
Exactly.
album. So he
I,
had all his some of his best cuts were on there. So on the first album, it was missing a lot of those first cuts that he had on Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
I love the warm up. That
That's
shit
that's
is,
my
oh
favorite.
my
That's
god.
my favorite shit he's ever made. That's my favorite
That
project he's ever made.
that's fucking pure gold. Every fucking
Yeah.
song, from
Facts.
top to bottom, everything is gold. But
Facts.
honorable mention, I doubt if anybody ever even hear or like try to like hear all these songs. I'm gonna go with my nigga Blast, bro. Came out with an
oh
album
yeah, Blast going too.
called Before You Go. If y'all haven't heard about Blast, BLXST.
He dope.
Yeah.
Blast, I fucks with him. Like he's good. Like his whole album got good quality. So absolutely, I fuck with that album.
Shout out Steve Lacy, Gemini Rights. I'm a Gemini. I fuck with that album. But
Okay,
I bet you would just be a part of the Gemini disgusting nasty lifestyle.
Two-Face ass.
Nasty motherfucker.
but man,
I
moving
mean, the
along.
only limit I have is the Metro Boomin that came out recently. It's
Hey, yo, that Metro Boomin, yo.
Man,
Yeah, that
Mario
shit
is
hard.
a 6ix9ine.
what's next?
It's on you, Juice, man. You want to bring it in the serious?
It's on me. Oh yeah. Last week, fellas, we was arguing over something that we've been arguing about on this show from hell, probably the first time we ever started even doing this shit. We've been talking about just debating over certain topics, and one of them that came up was cereal. And last week we was hearing some of the most blasphemous shit I ever heard in my life about cereal and what was, tier 1 and then tier 3. Now we're gonna rank these damn cereal and get this shit over with once and for all. Tier 3.
I'm going first, huh?
Hold on. Tier 3 mean trash. Tier 2 mean you alright. Tier 1 you goated. Now y'all gonna kick this off, cause Juan and Vaughn, wait till y'all hear they ridiculous ass answers. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
We're gonna vote on this. Everybody gonna vote on this, and we're gonna see what we're gonna put them in. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's your first cereal?
Honey Bunches of Oats, man.
I'm putting that as a 3. That's a 3 off top. That's trash. That's 3.
I put it in 2. I put it in 2.
That's easily a 2. Easily a 2.
Yeah, I put it in 2. Because
Because
it ain't goated. It ain't goated, but it ain't trash. Nigga, no,
Exactly.
Trash.
No, it's not, bro. You tripping, bro.
It's a 4.
Not trash.
Y'all niggas don't like
That's
eating
trash.
healthy.
That's
It's good for
trash.
your heart.
Hold on. Wait. Who said it was trash with me?
Brandon.
Trash.
Hey,
Man,
Brandon.
I
Hey,
do not
real
like
nigga
that. I do not
activity.
like that.
Trash, bro. Trash.
What?
Nah, bro.
What was it?
Honey Bunches of Oats.
No, that shit ain't trash. Raisin Bran, that's trash.
Yeah, that's
Whoa,
trash.
Wait. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that bullshit.
Raisin
We gonna get to that bullshit. We gonna get, and shout out to RDC World, because that's where I got it from. If you don't know who RDC World is, something wrong. They hilarious.
Funniest niggas on Instagram. Sure.
I'm trying to
Easily.
Yeah, Raisin Bran, that shit trash.
All right, hold on. One at a time. So pretty much we all in agreement that Honey Bunches of Oats. I got 2 trashes.
Oh no, I'm fucking with it. I love it.
All right, so we gonna say all right. Raisin Bran.
Trash.
Vaughn, you hear? Everybody, trash.
Bro,
Nobody cares about their dookie getting regulated, sir. We are all in our 20s and 30s. We do not
Brandon,
care about this shit.
Brandon probably like Raisin Bran. You like Raisin Bran, Brandon?
Nah,
okay.
not anymore. I used to
bro,
when I
how
was
do y'all
younger,
not
but
like Raisin Bran, bro?
This is Raisin Bran.
It's
Right.
Raisin Bran,
Right.
nigga.
Right.
You don't like raisins, nigga.
What the hell? Sit really? Really?
I fuck with it, bro. You
Oh,
know they
yeah,
got
you
the
different
only
flavors.
one.
You don't have to
Trash.
stick to the original box.
All right, I'm gonna go with one of my personal favorites. Here it is. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, tier 1.
Yeah, that's one.
I put
the
that at
golden
one.
goose.
That gotta be like
one.
that gotta be like a
That's
3
the
for me.
golden goose right
That's
there.
a 3. What the fuck?
That's gotta be a 3 for me, man.
It's a 3.
Yeah,
I said
that gotta be a 3 for me, cuz.
Hell no.
Cold Crunch,
Hell no.
it's all the goddamn sugar, man. I'm gonna get diabetic coma.
Fact. I don't give a damn if it put me in a sugar coma. I'm gonna eat the shit.
That shit
I don't
bad for my
care.
taste buds, man.
Report and block this nigga, bro. Like,
Hell,
That's
man.
part when the sugar get to the
Mute that
bottom of the
shit.
bowl and make your milk sweet, dog.
Right, man, nigga. Look, every time I eat a I ain't gonna lie. Every time I eat that damn Cinnamon Toast Crunch, bro, I swear, nigga, everything start getting dizzy and shit, bro. Then my stomach start hurting.
Listen. That's a part of the trip. That's a part of the,
A trip,
effect,
nigga. I got weed for that.
All right, no.
Fam.
But
you is a motherfucking diabetic. That's too much sugar for you.
exactly.
Went to a fucking comatose, nigga.
I'm gonna throw out another one. I'm kind of nervous because I think y'all gonna crucify this. Please don't do it. Fruity Pebbles, one of my favorites.
Too sugary.
Man, that's a 1, bro. That's a 1, bro.
I say 2.
I say 2.
No. I got one for y'all. Honeycomb.
3.
I say 2.
Oh, fuck.
I say 2.
3.
I'm gonna go with 3 because I don't like honeycombs like that. How about this? A good old thing that everybody fuck with. Apple Jacks, baby. 1.
Oh, that's 1.
I put that at 1. I put that at 1.
That's a 1. That's a 1.
Apple just gotta be a 2, man.
It don't taste the same as how it used to back in the day. It don't.
Yeah, nah, it took a lot of shit out.
That's the thing, though. But see, back in the day, you used to get that powder at the end of the bag. You pour that in the milk.
I never did that. I never did that.
I ain't did it either.
What?
Like, bro, we talk about this shit all the time. Don't that taste like? Do you know the little Debbie cakes don't taste shit like how the fuck it used to taste when I was a kid? Hey, we gonna have a draft on that pretty soon. We absolutely gonna. Yeah, we definitely having a draft up on that because
I got
you have a wild.
Okay, go ahead.
Rice Krispies.
3.
3.
Oh no! You put the sugar in it. The sugar.
That's a 3. That used to come.
Look, bro, look. With me,
shit plain.
Look, with me, man, I always didn't know how much sugar to put in the motherfucker, so I either overdid it or underdid it.
I mean, just until you at coma risk, do something like that. But I mean,
if you gotta put sugar in cereal, that's trash. If you have to add sugar in cereal, that's trash.
Sugar, banana. Flavor
y'all disappointing me. Y'all disappointing me right now.
Flavor so separately. I like that.
But shit, well, fine. When did you start to like flavor? You Raisin Bran eating motherfucker?
Okay, Raisin Bran has flavor, sir. A lot of people overlook that. They do have different flavors. Okay,
what is the flavor? What is the flavor? Where is it coming from?
It's
The
in
raisins?
the grains, bro. In the raisins. Don't act like the raisins don't have fucking sugar on it, nigga.
I wouldn't know because I don't eat this shit, nigga.
Okay, one y'all overlooked the OG.
Raisins anyway. It's raisins.
Who said Lucky
Frosted
Charms?
Flakes.
I said Lucky Charms. 1. Yeah,
no,
Frosted Flakes number 1, bro.
3.
I say Frosted Flakes 1. Frosted Flakes 1 and Lucky Charms 2 for me.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but hear me out. Only way I'm putting Frosted Flakes at number 1 is if I can add bananas to it.
Y'all hear this nigga Brandon? He said both of those before. Lucky Charms, Air Frosted.
Or
Lucky Charms, hey, Brandon, the marshmallows make Lucky Charms a 2, kinda.
Yes.
Nah, bro.
Kinda.
I used to eat a lot of that, but nah, bro. After that last time when I had to go to the restroom, nah, bro. Nope.
Oh shit.
Frosted Flakes may be the only cereal where its generic brand hit just as hard as the original.
Yeah. Frosted Flakes
I
might be
mean,
the best cereal.
that's Tony's cousin, Terry. So
The one I'm about to say
man,
right now gonna fuck all y'all
only
up.
way I'm eating Frosted Flakes is if they got, I chop some bananas in it. I can't eat it just regular. That's just not. That's not.
Hey,
Um.
y'all ready for this?
Hold on. I got it. Dig 'em smacks.
Five.
Nah.
Oh,
Five.
Say two.
I'm fucking
Damn
10.
five.
Damn 10, nigga. That shit disgusting. I hate that shit.
Man, them
Nah,
like
that's just
them like a two, bro.
Yeah, they two. They
Man,
two. They are
hell
Two,
no. My mom used to
bro.
buy that shit,
Man,
try to
them
force
things
me
is
to
heavy,
shit.
man.
I
So
starved.
if I want some coffee, I'll just make some. Hell nah, I do not want coffee in my goddamn.
4, 5. That shit garbage.
Nah, that shit. Nah, it ain't garbage. Nah, I don't
That
know.
shit's
Look,
Dig 'em.
look, man.
Tell me what sane 5-year-old goes into a grocery store, mama, dig them snacks, go get them.
What same
Nobody.
5-year-old want Raisin Bran?
One that likes to be regular, sir.
One that got doodle problems. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look. I got one for y'all, man.
Go ahead.
Here we go. The mini weeks.
Two.
I ain't never. Hell no. That's a
Dude, look, you
I ain't
had
never had
two.
it.
Hey,
I had it.
hey, you a real one. Hey, them bitches good,
I ain't
bro.
never had it.
You talking about the
bitch is good.
frosted ones?
What? Yeah, them shits is good.
Yeah.
Hold on,
I
did
put that
y'all
in two.
really like the fucking mini wheats, bro?
Yeah, them shits is good, bro. With a Coke.
Especially the frosted side. Hell yeah.
Yeah, nigga, look. You got flip it to the other side, man. It's good that way. You got two sides.
Bro,
You got the regular side and the frosted side.
Hold on.
that shit is disgusting.
We cannot have a draft without one of my all-time favorites, Captain Crunch Berries. One.
That bitch just cut my mouth.
3.
I say
One.
three. Yeah, I say three. Actually, I actually say
What?
three. Yeah, I say
Bro,
three.
Two,
Hell
three.
no, man.
Hold on.
I give
Old
you
school.
because I'm
Old school,
recommending.
motherfucker. Tricks. Tricks is what?
Three, four, actually.
Trick is a
four,
three.
nigga.
Trick is
Tricks is
yeah.
three.
Trick's trash. Tricks is trash. Ain't no
Tricks
way
is
y'all
not
tell me
trash.
So hold on. P
Tricks
and
is
Brandon.
not trash,
P and
bro.
Brandon. Hold on. Let me get this. So which
They
one is
don't
better?
trick you to buy tricks.
Captain Crunch Berries or Tricks?
Berries over
Captain
Tricks, for
Crunch
sure.
Berries.
Yeah, I'll take them over Tricks for sure.
With
sure.
ease. With ease.
Yeah,
Tricks
for
is
sure.
horrible.
It's
Tricks
easily
is
over some
trash, bro.
Captain Crunch berries. That's doo-doo.
I don't
Okay,
even like.
I-
I don't even like.
You
Crunch berries
do
like
do.
Can I ask
Hey, y'all
P
mean
and
them
Brandon a
dudes?
question real quick?
that. Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. You familiar with the original Captain Crunch? Are you familiar with the Captain Crunch just with the kernels? How do you feel about them?
That is a one. That's a
Thank
one.
you.
Nah.
Hell
Thank you.
no! I'd rather have the berries in
you.
there.
I say
No,
two.
man.
I
No,
say two.
man.
Garbage.
I say
Hell,
two.
hell, the ones with just the crunch in there, they cutting your goddamn top of your roof of your mouth. Come on. No.
I say two, bro. I say two for the original ones, the regular ones.
Alright. I got a question for all y'all. Y'all remember
Okay.
the ones like the beer punch dude, like the Count Dracula and shit?
Yeah, I didn't. Them shits were all trash. They were all trash.
Yeah.
They are horrible. They're horrible.
All trash.
Straight boo-boo. Straight boo-boo. Oh, God.
What about
Frankenberry.
Reese's Puffs?
Nah.
Oh yeah, Reese's Puffs.
Look,
He said Brandon said
look.
Reese's
No.
Puffs. What y'all think about Reese's Puffs? Brandon
I,
said
That's a
it.
one.
I
I
love
fuck with
Reese's.
I
I
fuck
like
with
'em.
Butterfinger. I mean the Butterfinger with peanut butter, but I'm gonna put it at two.
I'll
I
say two. I
love
say two.
Reese's, but that trying to be a cereal is a definitely 3. 4.
I say two. Two
What?
for me.
Alright. I
Boy,
got one for
everything
y'all.
can't be plain and salty, my nigga.
Shut up. Shut
Look,
up,
look.
What
nigga.
about the Oreo
Alright.
brand cereal?
Hey,
I ain't really
Oreo.
just
no.
with them.
We
The Cookie
we
Crisp.
talked about this. I have a problem when it get just like a little soggy. It's like, no, fuck that. That's a 3-2.
Okay.
So y'all ain't like Cookie Crisp?
Cookie Crisp was okay. I ain't really
Cookie
just,
Crisp is a 2. Absolutely.
Two. Yeah,
it
two.
was okay.
Alright. Cocoa Puff.
Two.
A 12, goddamn it. That's
When
the
I'm
bottom of the bottom.
I think said a 12.
That's the bottom of the bottom right there.
I'm gonna
I
be
say
real. I'm gonna be real. What about Pops?
Pops
Two.
I
is a
like the
2.
box.
I say two.
I like the
That's
box
a
too.
3 to me.
Two.
That's a 3 to me.
That's a 2.
That shit
I can't
two.
get jiggy with them
Bro,
at all.
that's old school shit that I
It
grew
is old
up
school
on.
shit.
Yeah, them shits is old school for
The
sure.
trauma.
Well,
If anybody got any more
God damn, boy,
suggestions,
it's a
man,
lot of
yeah.
Yeah,
goddamn
nah, hold
cereal out
up.
there.
I wanted to say I saw that y'all had written down the best Lakers trade. I just wanted to hear what y'all thought about that real quick. We ain't got to spend too much time on that. Y'all, somebody wrote down when you sent me the topics, you put the best Lakers trade.
Oh yeah.
RJ Marley.
We ain't got to spend too much time on it, but I want to know y'all thoughts.
Out of the 3, the rumors I heard, shit, like I said, I was just I said, if you can play fake GM, which one of these three trades would you make if you was the Lakers today? It was the Pacers. You got Turner, and you got freaking Buddy Hill. The Bulls is DeRozan. Shout out to DeRozan on the show, and they had Vic, but I said like Caruso and maybe free my nigga Dragic. So those are three trades or whatever.
Can I go first? Whichever trade that puts Russell Westbrook on my Miami Heat in order for us to win, that's the trade.
Hey, you a Heat fan, bro?
Yeah, I'm a Heat fan.
That's what I was
That's my
saying.
nigga.
I'll go with the
I've
Bulls. I'll take the
been a
Bulls
Heat fan
trade.
all my life. Yeah.
I'm putting Brody on the 305. So yeah.
Nah,
That's
I don't
all.
think I don't think he'll do us justice, bro. Honestly, I don't think Westbrook would do us justice. To be real
I
with
do. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. We have enough shooters around to where he can be aggressive and really attack like he should.
you. But the thing is, what are we giving up for Westbrook? That's the question.
We were sitting in the white.
Kyle Lowry, one of them white boys.
They wanted the shooters.
Wait. Duncan Robinson. We ain't get rid of Duncan Robinson. We ain't gonna get rid of Tyler Hero overpaid ass. We ain't gonna. He gonna have to earn that.
Overpaid. He averaging 23 points.
Listen, Marley. Thank you, cuz. Thank you, right there. He was. Hey, don't get fooled by fool's gold, because when he get in the playoffs, when he get in the playoffs, and he averaging 12, I'm gonna ask you now how you feel about that contract now.
If he does that, then I would say that. But as of right now, he's doing the job that we want him.
If win.
When? What are you talking about? The nigga took over in the bubble. He was fucking lighting it up. What are you talking about? The last playoff. He never wielded in the playoffs.
Marlon, I disagree, bro. I'm sorry.
After that shit happened up in the bubble, that nigga ain't do shit after that.
Exactly. Thank you. So
I think the Bulls trade would be the better scenario. I think you getting another.
Honestly, if I could tell the truth, all of them trash. Ask me. Every motherfucking body that you talk about is fucking boo boo, fucking garbage, fucking the.
Warren,
the
can I say
bottom of
something?
the
No
bottom.
one gives a fuck about Brooklyn, so we don't care about.
Motherfucker, you keep that shit.
We don't care about Brooklyn. Exactly. That was he gonna be asking in the playoffs when they get put out again. Where the fuck is they?
We ain't getting swept no more. That's old news.
No, it ain't old news. It's gonna be current events.
They still a loser screwed away from blowing that shit
Marley, you is a part of the Heat that got white people trying to be y'all fucking leaders. I ain't trying to hit. All right.
Oh my God! You know what? I ain't got.
You got Hero and fucking Robinson as the people.
Nigga, you got Joe Harris. What the fuck?
Hey, motherfucker! Don't you talk about Joe Jesus? Don't
Jimmy,
you dare.
Joe Jesus?
Jimmy Butler is the man in Miami, bro. Jimmy Butler is the #1 guy in Miami right now. So.
Of course.
Right, but do you actually hear people talk about Jimmy like that?
No.
I rarely
in the playoffs.
Everybody.
The playoffs. They definitely talk about it.
Playoffs. He a totally different.
Playoff time. They have no other choice but to talk about him.
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it and say playoff Jimmy, and then it turned out into a playoff P situation.
But not to get so far into this basketball.
Fuck the Lakers too. Goddamn
it. Tunnel. Juice, what do you feel? You said hypothetical trade saying Westbrook to Miami. Okay.
Marlon, no. No, seriousness. And if I'm gonna be real, I don't think the Lakers should get rid of Westbrook. I think Patrick Beverly and Kendrick Nunn are the two tradable assets. Man. Personally,
look. If I was being real, this is the perfect time to get rid of Westbrook because point blank, y'all need shooters around AD and LeBron. And I ain't talking about no bullshit. I'm talking about
who coming off their bench
averaging
though?
like a good amount up on the 3-point line.
Who coming off their bench though?
Huh?
Who coming off their bench if they get rid of Westbrook? Who gonna come off their bench worth a fuck?
I mean, honestly, like really, I really don't like. All right. Right now, Westbrook is in that predicament because they put him there, right? I personally think Westbrook was just up in a slump whenever he was doing bad. He's still capable. person who can fucking start, honestly. So I never seen him on the bench and just think of him as a bench person. I never did that, honestly. So I mean, I just take it as the same shit as right now. Like shit, like point blank. I guess they saying he is a bench person, but I mean, other than him, whoever is the person getting points right now would just have to be that person because I mean,
ain't got nobody. I mean, Austin
Dennis
Reed.
Schroeder, I'm assuming. I haven't watched them. So
Schroeder,
Dennis Schroeder is
hey, yo,
starting.
he is straight too, though, right?
maybe they can fit
Austin
his
Reed
role
straight.
with whoever they trade for Westbrook and
Yeah.
LeBron go back to the point. I mean, the year they won, he was the point guard. I mean,
Bro,
I'm about to say, bro,
LeBron playing like he playing against Monstars every night. I don't know if you've been watching these games, but
I
honestly,
have not.
though, bro, it's
time to
listen, bro, it's perfect though. Have fucking AD doing his shit. Put fucking LeBron at the fucking one and put just shooters, bro. I mean some fucking sniper range, like real live shooters, bro. Like, bro, the type of people that they have ain't gonna work. Like, regardless, just because they ain't good enough for shooting. Like, you is why, like, bro, AD is gonna clog up something. You can have a wide open shot, motherfucker. Are you gonna be 40%? Are you gonna be like good enough for 40%? Like, I need you at 40.
I feel you. I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see.
For me, out of the two trades, I would say the Bulls one because they get Caruso back, who's a defensive piece for them, and then like you said, like Dragic could be somebody to be that point guard for the second unit that they could use or whatever. So I feel like those two pieces of work, and then I feel like DeRozan to be another scorer for them or whatever. So I feel like that one.
I
I
would
feel
do
like
a
that would be
3-team
better
trade.
than for them to do the Turner one because the Turner one is depending on if AD don't want to play the center, and then Buddy Hill, I don't think he.
That Buddy Hill is a golden goose right there. Like that's somebody that you would need.
I think that actually might be the best one. The Turner and Hill one. I think that might be the best one actually.
I don't know. I agree, disagree. Like, I don't know. I
Like,
haven't. Buddy Hill can shoot, but I don't know
Caruso
if he
was already
can
over there.
defend. I haven't really followed his career.
Caruso was already over there.
True.
Definitely.
I fuck with DeMar though. I think DeMar is going to definitely be a good scorer.
That's straight mid range. It's already going to be clogged up because AD already in the paint doing what he's supposed to do or whatever. That's straight mid range operating. Why do that when you can have a person like Hill that can be out up on the corner and gonna let that bitch fly?
I mean, but let's not act like DeMar DeRozan is a 3-point shooter. I mean, that's not
he's
happening.
not.
No, he's not.
He can, but he's not.
No, he ain't at all.
I say that Pacers one, man, because Buddy Hill gonna add that 3-point shooting, and you get somebody to come off for AD.
I mean, he's not consistent at all. He can go from one day
but
almost single digit to like now it's like full roller coaster with him.
I feel like you get size and a
we
shooter.
Also talking about a type of person to where they worried about him. If you go on the Lakers, you ain't even the third option. You know, like motherfuckers ain't caring about you, right? So he can get hot. Like,
I mean, hey, we just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, for sure.
But man, if you're new to this platform, man, welcome. If you're not, you know what time it is, man. Brother Marley, would you please bring her in and let her do the honors?
When my heart has been broken and I'm climbing the walls, I need a man who will make house calls. I need a love doctor.
Yeah, y'all. We back up in this thing once again, and I am the Love Doctor, and we back with another Love Connection. To all the players in the place to be, how y'all doing on this fine sunny evening?
Good, Love Doctor.
All good, brother.
Doing good.
Okay.
I'm good, bro.
You know, y'all sound a little sleepy, a little dry. You know, we gonna wake your ass up. All right. So without further ado, we just gonna jump into this thing with some questions. You know, since we got some goats in here,
Well,
you know, it's
doctor,
only
come
right.
on now. You already know how I operate, man. I got a couple questions my
Oh, you got
goddamn self,
okay,
man.
okay. Well, you know
Doctor.
how slow the new Rolls Royce be. Come on with it, then, damn it.
Okay. I'm kind of happy now to ask this question because we have a couple of people that is already married, and we also have a person that trying to get married. You know, what I mean, hopefully, if he don't just go and fuck up in between that time, because you do know that he is naturally a little slow. But
Okay.
Well, fuck
if
you.
I was
Mhm.
hearing an interview. Tia Mari had an interview talking about, Corey Hardrick, her husband, and
Mhm.
they talked. Well, she talked about how it was a successful marriage, even after 14 years of marriage. Is
Mhm.
heading to a divorce. So I
Mhm.
wanted to ask everybody up on here, what
Mhm.
do you call specifically a successful marriage?
One,
I was
one.
raised.
Hold on. You
Whew,
ain't even gotta go no further. I'm gonna just go on and sum it
okay.
up.
Okay.
One that your ass still involved in, not one that you getting rid of.
So
That's a
so
successful marriage.
it can't be successful if y'all get a divorce.
Hell, one. When you graduate from school, do they tell you you got all else, but you finna walk across the stage?
Ah! I'm just asking now. I'm just
Come
asking.
on now, that don't
I
even make
agree.
sense. Come
I agree with
on,
that. I agree.
I'm just asking.
that no, that's false. That's big cap. Like no,
What's cap?
I mean, how are you successful in something that you couldn't
Oh
withstand?
yeah. I agree.
Like
I agree.
like can you have a successful marriage even though it ends in a divorce? Like, cause
No.
look,
No.
like I was always raised right, like
Mm-hmm.
till death do us part, right? But
Mm-hmm.
now, uh, like with this generation, with this people,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just know that shit just don't work out as y'all grow and evolve. Like the
Mm-hmm.
person that happened 12 years ago probably ain't the same person that you want to be with now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it possible to where y'all have completed a task, like y'all
Mm-hmm.
like did the best of the best, you completed, everything, you each person have evolved, but y'all also know that y'all evolving like apart
One.
from each other.
Can
Is
I
it
can I
okay?
can I ask a question for your question?
Yeah.
Not that, and I'm gonna let everybody else go. Um, by that logic, if that's considered successful, what do you call the people that actually don't get a divorce and stay within and withstand the test of time? What are they?
I
Hmm.
I I I just think that that's like the real deal. Like me personally,
Mm-hmm.
this generation, I don't think people is getting married for what they actually getting married for. So, I mean, I take those as real people going through the trials and tribulations
So
like they supposed to.
in other words, you going into a situation knowing that 9 times out of 10, as you get older, y'all gonna end up divorced.
No, that's not me. But it depends upon the assets and the liabilities here when we're talking about
Ooh.
one.
Oh my
But
God. We America's
because
top
it
gold digger.
is we're talking about a contract to an extent, but that's why I wanted to ask the married man and the soon to be married man if he don't be his organically crazy self. But yeah, so
Y'all got the flow. I ain't married, so y'all go ahead.
Who's married on here?
Oh
Uh
well,
Fat,
say less.
Oh,
Fat
okay,
and
okay,
Marley
okay.
and Vaughn, he engaged. He finna get married in July.
So everybody here in a relationship, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got I got an old lady, but I ain't getting all that shit.
But I said
But
Marley
All
Fade, one of y'all want to answer first? I mean, it's cool.
Far as one, what I think one was mostly saying, like, I agree with what Houston was saying about like it's not possible to say that's a good marriage because
right.
people are ending it. But I think more so what his point was like, are you saying that y'all can go to that divorce but still be mutually like, no
yeah,
animosity, whatever, be mutually like
like
form like
like the type of thing that I was saying was just like I like every now and then there is some people that I think that they actually do go through 20 years of relationship or whatever as a kid evolve, mature, and understand that for the kind of person that they is right now, it's best to just, go their separate ways. Is that still successful? Or is it like, because I don't think everything now up in this generation, the thing that I thought successful is till you die. But now I'm starting to kind of have
Damn, it is
problems
a
with
country
that because
thing.
I don't think that that's how it goes anymore, honestly.
So pretty much, like you said, we're signing the contract, right?
Right,
And the contract states in there, it said till death do us part. So
right,
pretty much we were supposed to be together until
uh-huh,
one of us died.
uh-huh.
All right. I'm trying to understand the question, man, before I give my educated answer.
That's a hard. It's a hard question to answer, man, because it's
It
like,
really is.
how many people stay married even though they should still be married? It
A lot.
happens.
Cause
That's true.
look, all
That's
right,
true.
check this out.
That is true.
And also, who is giving up quickly just because it's just a problem? Because
Yeah.
All right.
a lot of times the people who got the money or whatever would just easily just say fuck it,
Yeah.
Well, I feel that. See, with me on the hand, I'm happy that my girl still, married to me after all this crazy shit that
hmm
we've been through. So like to me, I think what makes a successful marriage is like understanding each other type shit. And like I even if like I don't plan on getting divorced like shit, it's to death do us part type shit.
Right,
It's supposed to be in love, ain't no breaking up. But anyway, like to me, if we was to get divorced, but we still cool, cause like I knew this truck driver and he was married, but him and his wife decided to get divorced, but they still together. So like I don't know if that's them being a successful relationship or that's considered
right,
a successful marriage type shit. Like with us, of course things might still get hard. I just think it's all about the time and determination and what we have, in store for each other to make it a successful marriage type shit. Because of course, every relationship is different. Everybody, ain't nobody gonna sit and tell me that they in a relationship with somebody and they have an argument. If they have an argument. I mean, to me personally, that's not no love because they ain't got no disagreements with anything.
right.
Everybody just okay, yes, and nah. To me, a successful marriage is understanding each other and depending on how long it goes, if it's still going type shit, will make a successful marriage.
Okay,
I
so
don't
so
go
so
ahead.
like just like quickly, um,
That's
being
a
in a
hard
relationship
one.
for 14 years they divorced. Is it to up in your eyes, in your head, even though they happy, they living their best lives or this or that, is that, would you consider that a successful marriage?
No.
No.
Nah,
No, because they
I'll
got
say
divorced. They
I,
divorced.
shoot.
Exactly. That's what
I
I'm
hey,
mean,
saying.
I would
Exactly.
say they had a
I can
successful relationship.
kind of
I
Yeah.
understand what
mean,
Warren trying to aim at. Like,
yeah, it is a hard question, man.
it
Cause
really is. It really is. I give Warren credit.
man, right, shit, they just coming out of one mouth.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it like
Hey,
that.
motherfucker. Shut the fuck up.
Let me say this. Let me say this. It's like, what is your goal when you get married? It's to be
Right.
together.
And
Y'all
and
literally
that's the thing
wait. But y'all answering your own question. You answering it already. Till death do us apart. So it's like, if they not dead, one of them ain't dead, then
bro.
they
But
failed because
if
they didn't stay
we
together.
really being honest, right? If we
Mm-hmm.
really into it the way we really into it, that's just
Right.
like just saying about the Bible, about the commandments or this or that or whatever. That's still
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a Bible type of thing, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we're not in this world that we really care. Like, we're more spiritual than religious.
Right.
Like people is not really into that type of age anymore. So if we really went to death do you part, you know what I mean, type of shit for sickness or health and all this shit, or
Right.
are we really talking about right now in this generation?
Okay,
This
okay,
generation
okay,
right now.
okay. Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question to the married men on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
if y'all were to, not saying I hope y'all last forever. If y'all were to get divorces, would y'all feel like y'all completed something, or y'all,
That's a great question.
Hell no,
didn't accomplish
because
something?
then I'm losing, I'm losing my partner in crime. I'm losing my best friend. I'm losing shit like everything that we built and worked towards. Is like shit, is all gone now.
So that kind of
Ain't
answers the
nobody else
question.
gonna be like us.
P and Brandon, y'all more than welcome to chime in. I mean, I'm just, I spoke like basically what I'm saying is it's kind of, it ain't a double standard. It's more like I get what the mentality is. It's like, yo, we still in a great space. We just know we're not good together. That's cool, but let's not negate the fact that it's a failed marriage.
I
I
agree.
think given time,
I,
that's what
I
happens.
feel like
Just given
if
time that
my bad.
Oh, go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Let me,
Brent.
go
No, I
ahead,
think given
bro.
time, that's sometimes that you just can't anticipate that kind of stuff. So that's what just happens.
Right.
So I don't think in that sense it's a failure. But if you,
Well,
like you
what
said,
I
if you
would see
continue to be
as a
together, then
failure is
hold on,
like,
Marley.
go
Oh,
ahead, Brian. I thought he was done. I thought that was
no, no,
He wasn't done,
I
man. He
guess
still
like
talking.
I guess just like it's when we think about like in general, like how you grow, like how you grow as a person, like from different from 25 to 30, like it could be different when you get older. So
Right.
necessarily you might grow apart. So
So
And
you
that,
don't
on
see
that
it as
note,
so you don't see it as a failure.
I
Oh,
don't
that's an
think it's
interesting
a,
way to look at it.
I
I
don't
see it
know,
as a
man.
failure personally.
That's what I see. That I see it as a
I'm
failure.
a believer in ultimate happiness, man. And hey, if I feel like my happiness with this person has ran its course, we not good for each
Exactly.
other intimately, man. Why hold you up and hold myself up? Because I mean, gonna be two
Right.
unhappy fuckers together. So I mean, go get what you
Exactly.
want. If I'm not giving you what you feel you deserve as a wife, as your husband, by all means, I won't stand in your way, man.
yeah.
I
So
can.
that's the same type of energy. I'm like, yeah. In society, that would look how like Juice and like Peace and yeah, that point blank, just as point, would be like a failure. But for me, if like a better like I would see something as more like failure if it's like y'all like at each other neck, like it's an ugly divorce. It's like fucking like claws out, like you're doing like dirty stuff that you don't even care about just to hurt the other person in a divorce situation. I feel like that would be like something ugly. But like how what Von and Juan are describing, I feel like yeah, if we just go on with like how life can go and you grow out of something and there's no animosity, no peace, everybody in peace with it, you can they can still call that a successful marriage, even though society would say that that was a failure. If that's how
Yeah.
Oh,
they see it.
okay. So for Bun and Jay Marley, it like could you call a successful marriage? Like that, like, y'all done spent, 10, 20, 25 years or whatever, grew apart, and y'all decided mutually, even though y'all probably still good friends at the end, or
Yeah,
like
to me,
anything would
nah.
happen. Would you consider that being a successful marriage?
No, we're
I
not
said
married.
no.
We're not married anymore. How can it be? We're not
Right.
married.
Exactly.
Nah, we not married
Thank
no more.
you.
Like,
Thank
yeah,
you.
look. Me
Thank
personally,
you.
like,
Jay
we
Marley,
could,
Jay Marley, Casey, Fat, and the person who's trying to get married eventually.
Oh
yeah,
fuck, you
see,
know my
like, me,
goddamn name.
that nigga said both of my names.
But nah, man.
But,
Like people
but, but yeah,
by the definition of what a marriage is, the fact if we're not still together,
uh-huh.
no,
It's
spiritually and
it's a
internally
no
love
for
each
you.
other. Yeah, but by the letter of the law, no, it's not. It's not. That,
It's a no for you.
Right.
Okay, Jay Marley, talk to me. Even though you is fucking retarded, your goddamn self, but
Man,
for
he respect the person
for
need somebody in their life.
for the sake of asking this question, I'm hoping that you're on my side over here. Talk to me now, Jay Marley. What's up?
Oh, shit, I was about to, and then you just called me mental retarded. So you know I ain't going with this shit after that. damn well ain't on your side no matter.
Hey, my fault, Martha. I gotta look at it away, fam. I gotta look at it away. It's
All
all
right,
good.
all right.
I
So
understand what you're saying, but damn shit.
it's over,
Damn.
bro. You got any more questions? So I want to ask these questions, man.
Oh, well, I do have another one, but I'm gonna hold off on it.
Okay, okay, okay.
And I had
All
one or
right.
whatever, but I'll let you get to yours. I can do mine at the end because I just think it'd be a quick response one. But yeah.
Okay. This question is specifically for our guest, P and Brandon.
They eat ass, huh?
Whoa,
Okay. They some ass eaters. I hear they
whoa.
some ass eaters. Is that what you saying?
Whoa. P and Brandon, here go my question. Marlon, you on that damn soundboard. Chill. Hold on. What are the do's and don'ts in the dating world of Georgia? Y'all got the flow.
That ain't
Always
word
ask
of
for
Georgia.
pictures first.
What's the pros and cons of dating in Georgia?
Brandon said always ask for pictures first.
Oh, dang. Well,
Hey,
yeah.
if you know, you know.
Hey, hey, I got a partner up there. He absolutely right on that.
My brother
Oh,
had a story about that. Yes, yeah, we heard about that. That's crazy.
oh man.
I think it does. I don't think it's subjected to just Georgia. I think it's the same everywhere. I don't think it's anything different here in Georgia. I mean, it's kind of the same everywhere, honestly, to me. I don't even like being here. I want to move back to Florida, honestly.
Yeah. I call that down like this and you win and damn skip it, boy. Hey.
Or y'all like ever kind of nervous for a chick to like take your goddamn car?
No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Nah, not like that.
Because I've
nah.
been hearing about a lot
See,
of
I'm gonna be real.
motherfuckers
See,
just trying to get
the
them.
reason why I asked that because it's like they consider y'all what Black Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm getting to is like, do you have to watch out for the big cap? Like you get the women that you thinking like they all high and pristine and they living straight out them projects, but they putting on this facade like they like on a higher level than you, or they only talk to a certain type of guy, but in actuality, it's like, yo, you a hood booger, but you trying to portray this image like you out here really doing it. Which not saying that they don't do it in other states, but I'm just saying in Atlanta, well, in Georgia, it's kind of like they put that up there like, yo, everybody up here just balling, we having a good time, this Black Hollywood, we got something going on all the time. Like, is it always like this?
It's not always like that. It's hard to separate it from anywhere else in America because, like I said, I feel like most places are the same. But I don't think it's like that. I think we do have a lot of women that are self-centered here. I do think, like if that's what you're saying, there's a lot of self-centered women that want to go for guys that got the bag, so to say. But I think that's women everywhere, dog. I don't think it's much of a difference here, even though, that's funny that y'all say Black Hollywood, because I think a lot of people do consider Atlanta to be Black Hollywood. But at the end of the day, I feel like, man, the women here ain't no different than the woman in Mississippi, bro. To be honest with you, dog. They all got the same characteristics. They may look better. They may
Whoa,
look
yeah. I was gonna say, boy, I seen some of them booties. I
yeah.
seen some of them booties in Georgia.
They may got fat asses out here and shit like that, but at the end of the day, characteristic wise and personality wise, man, they the same as every other woman everywhere, man. It ain't nothing special out here. It ain't nothing less than it is out in anywhere else, to be honest with you, man. That's just my opinion. I don't know if Brandon feels any different.
Brandon.
I mean, it's kind of just really the same thing. Like he's saying, it's just it's in a sense, dating and all that kind of stuff. It remains to be the same from state to state. It's you just going past that point of looking through all that bullshit, because all that stuff doesn't become prevalent and out in the open until 3 months out, from a relationship, right? Into a relationship. Then you start really learning about that person,
True. Okay.
If y'all wanna know where the women at, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
I just came from there a couple weeks ago.
I got fans in Costa Rica.
We gonna have to look. We gonna have to get into the details after we hit the record button. Once that's off, we'll get to the details.
Yeah. Okay. What
I
we'll
know.
do?
See, hold on. That kind of made me want to ask a question because I like always like ask these questions to people that's like a part of the show as usual. Because it was just like a
Please don't
little
tell me this
thing.
is the same question you about that. Don't you do
Yes,
it? Don't you?
Hey,
Oh
hey,
my God!
That's the
Oh
question
my God!
I already asked, though, right?
Yeah. They ain't never coming back on here. They gonna be like, this nigga right here is crazy. Go ahead.
The question I
Hey,
always
this
ask.
last time they on the show.
So
Yeah.
Keith and Brandon, right?
Oh my God.
Real niggas eat booty.
I was just asking because I do have a person who is a part of our podcast that, you know, is a little fluid compared to us. So are y'all like okay with eating ass?
No. No. Yeah. And you know the shit that
it's a no-go all the way. Even if you got like up in a relationship, you is married, and she asks you to eat she asks you to eat her ass, you ain't gonna eat it?
Bro, I've been with my girl for almost 7 years, and I've never done that. And if she asks me, I'm never doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm not eating your ass.
You a real one.
You definitely.
Man, I'm
touching my ass.
not eating anything that shit come out of, bro. I'm good on that, bro.
Hey.
That ain't finna be. That doesn't appeal to me at all, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Look, man, we got two people on this show right now that eat ass. Two people.
Two of them.
Who is it? Point them out. Like,
look.
Hey. One of them quiet because he drinking on some wine. One of them quiet because he drinking on some wine, and the other one is the one asking y'all the question. So yeah.
Oh, well, baby, we got three of them.
No, one probably owns it and the other one's in the now. You know, it's all good though.
God damn.
Hey man, I'm only human, man. Look, bro. We all have our vices.
Hold on. And the other question I always ask or whatever, are y'all okay with like the trying to manscape? Because we got some people that's still up in their caveman times. Or like, do you want your balls smooth as eggs, niggas? Or like, nah?
Nah, I don't need to shave my shit. No, I'm straight on that. No.
Y'all don't shave either? Y'all some old school motherfuckers for real.
Hold on. P, you a real nigga, Brandon. Go ahead. Come on.
Oh shit, my bad. I didn't even hear the question. What were we talking about? Shaving pubes?
Do you shave your nuts?
Manscape, nigga.
Oh yeah, I do that. I mean, I do.
Hold on. See. Let me tell you why he
I cut it down though. I don't like shave that shit like baby, like
yeah. See, he feel like he trying to cater to the woman. Like he care that she down there choking on some goddamn pubic hair. I don't give a fuck. That's what it's man.
So
look, if you going down there,
stay away. If you doing down there, you go whatever come with it, come with it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Now, okay, hold on. Just stop it right there.
You do.
So, I ain't been cutting nobody out. So, P, do you feel the same way when you reciprocating that same favor?
I don't want like a fucking nose full of fucking cat hair. I don't want.
You ain't got that like that.
I've done it though. I don't want like a whole big ass bush, no shit like that. But it's like I've done it though. I mean, but I prefer it to if it's a little hair. I ain't mad at that. If it's a little hair down there.
I'm gonna keep it real. Hold on, cuz. Let me say this. If it didn't kill them niggas in the 70s when they was just into that goddamn shit, goddamn it, hey, get that bush, man.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it.
Yes, because you were 28 up in the 70s. Don't mean that everybody
kiss my ass. Kiss my ass, man.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh my god. Y'all ready for the question?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
All right, here it is. If it's okay for a woman to leave a man if he goes broke, is it okay for a man to leave a woman if she's too big?
Can I go first, please? Can I please go first?
Go ahead.
Raise your hand.
Yes. Bye, bitch. If we're up in a committed relationship, right? If we're up in a a relationship to where we understand each other. We already know like what's up. Especially if we up in a type of relationship to where you know my accounts and I know your accounts. Bitch, if you ain't got it, I can't fuck with you no more. Honestly.
So she
I
get too
just can't.
big, you up out of it.
Because once again, I'm on my tunnel vision, right? I'm on my tunnel vision. I got my mindset of passive income. I got my mindset up on residual income. I got my mindset on being a CEO, not a fucking employee no more. So if you can't attribute to this, then you're more of a problem. You're more of a fucking liability than an asset. If we get into like the money of it, motherfucker, you
You
turn
talking
to a
about
fucking
money. You talking
liability.
about money. I'm talking about if she turning a fudgy the wheel, is you gonna leave this woman?
Hold on. I thought you said if
No, listen
she
to
He
the
don't
said,
broke.
now
question.
he said
Listen, if
if
it's
it's
okay
okay
for a
for a
woman
woman
to
to leave.
leave a
Yeah,
man if he's broke, is it okay for a man to leave if she gets too big?
that. Yeah.
But you know,
Oh
Ryan just
shit.
heard the money, and that's why we
I
can.
just heard money. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna lie to you. Jay Marley, 100% true. I just heard money, so I just automatically took that shit as money. Okay, if she get too big,
Yeah.
compare if I get broke type shit.
I'm saying,
That's a good one
is it
because
okay
like
for a man to leave if the woman get too big? Like women say, your body shaming.
depending on what, depending on if we talking about 20, 30 pounds compared to 180 pounds type shit. You know what I mean? Like it depends on like where we're going at because I can easily talk to like the extra love handles and shit like that compared to me just trying to get your ass up out of the fucking couch. Now that's two totally different things. You know what I mean? So I personally think depending on the amount of weight, that will tell me like
Okay.
whether I could or couldn't.
Pete, Brandon, Vaughn, Marley, Fat.
I think it's very shallow to leave a woman for that. But if you really care about your woman and you see that she's getting up in weight, tell her ass to get in the fucking gym. Baby, I'll go with you. Let's
She
ride.
gonna leave you.
He
For
make that
telling
shit
her.
sound just like 1, 2,
Yeah, he
3,
make
don't
it
it?
sound so easy. Like, hey, baby, you getting kind of
Y'all should
big.
be able. But look, y'all should be able to talk, be honest with each other, be open with each other. You should be able to have that conversation. Don't say it like how I just said it. Like, hey, baby, get your ass in the gym. Don't say it like that. But you
Nah,
can.
that's exactly how you see it. That
Yeah,
motivation.
I can
No,
see
but
it.
look. But don't. I know I said it like that. Of course you can't. Of course we all know. We all men here. There's certain ways that you can approach a girl and certain shit that you can't say, cannot say. But if you care about your woman, and you see she getting up in weight. Be like, hey man, let's ride out to the gym together. Try to make it about you. Don't she gonna know it's about her, but at the same time, try to make it more so about you. Like, let's ride out to the gym together. Because I feel like there's no problem with that. Couples going to the gym
But
together
like,
trying to get
Oh,
right.
so reverse psychiatry.
what happened if she talking that shit like, oh, I'm so big, I need to do this or that? Are you gonna agree with her or be like, oh no,
Yeah, bitch, you
sweetie,
right.
I need some.
He said, "Yeah, bitch, you right."
I'm like, yo, big biscuit eating bitch. Nah, but
So pretty much you can be y'all sit on the couch here. You be like, you just look at her, and you gotta look at your face. She looking like, what you looking at, man? Your fat ass. That's how you
oh
gonna be.
no, hell
But it's
no,
like
hell
she
no.
knows though. If
God
she
Yeah.
knows she getting
damn.
big, she knows. She knows. You can
Man,
talk to her
look,
about it.
nah. See, I don't know. Cause sometimes, like in their
Mm-hmm.
brain, they don't know. And then
Shit,
like,
You
look,
put
if
all
they brain
look,
don't, their
look,
eyes ain't
look.
deceiving them.
Look, you
that's
know
what I'm
how
saying.
women be lying to men? They be like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, you the best thing ever. You got the big." They be lying, lies. They know we
But
ain't all that. But then our friends, okay, all right, my gal, for instance, man, I was getting bigger than a motherfucker. I'm a 300 pounds, B, and like I've asked her, baby, I look fat. Nah, you okay? And I go back and look at my old pictures, cause nigga, I was bigger than a motherfucker trying to wear tight clothes. I'm over here fat as hell trying to put it on a damn medium. No, damn well I can't wear the motherfucker, but she gonna lie to me right in my face. Say, nah, baby, you ain't fat. Oh, okay.
She
Just
had
said
you
that
in
shit
that
not hurt
sneeze.
my feelings. Yeah, girl, look,
Um,
man, she said I was losing weight, so shit, I want to
Vaughn,
see.
Vaughn, Brandon, y'all got anything
Uh,
on it?
I'll be real quick. Absolutely. I mean, now my woman, my fiance, soon to be wife, yeah, she's a plus size woman. Now, if she gets to a certain portion where I feel just too much, it's like P said, hey, and we work out together time to time, just proposition her in a nice way, or hey, just bring it to attention. Don't just, treat her like
Yeah.
shit. But
Yeah.
if she's not going for that, and she's just confined to, hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do,
Right.
I may have to leave because, like I said it before, excuse me, on this show many times. Physical and
Right.
visual stimulation is gonna be the first thing you notice with the person you want to be with. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Right.
They personality is what's gonna keep you. What you see is what's gonna keep you interested.
Right.
Now, if that person,
I mean, shit, just give her some of your steroids. Yeah, she.
okay, another thing.
Oh.
I do not take fucking steroids.
Do that same shit you was shooting up in your hip and having up in her hip, my nigga.
You know, I'm just saying.
It's consistency, brother.
Y'all ready for this next question?
Yeah.
All right. Last question. What would you change about stereotypical black couples movies, or would you change anything at all?
Stereotypical black
Man,
couple.
I am so sick
In
and
other words,
tired.
hold on, Fat. In other words, any Tyler Perry movie, basically.
I was just about to say that, bro. I am tired of like me personally. I'm tired every time I'm trying to watch like a black movie type shit. It always be like either the black dude cheating on the woman, or the black dude's a single parent, which like this is real life shit. But I don't. Every time a movie come on about a black person, I don't want to see the same shit over and over and over. It's like not every black couple is like that, or not every black people are like that. We actually have different lives than what they like opposed to be. That's just my ass type shit. I'll start thinking
I think it's that too.
yeah.
I think it's like more so it's like the stigma that every single black woman, like, and especially in those Tyler Perry movies,
Right.
they'll be like automatically just hurt, and so the man did something to them and it's so terrible what they're going through, and that they go ahead and find love and all that. I'm like, come on, man, that bullshit. And it's not a cookie cutter. It's just not a cookie cutter type of thing, and they just capitalize on that stigma in the black community. And it's not like that. It isn't active, and everybody's relationship is not like that. So
we always sell our trauma to Hollywood. I noticed that.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing about it. The black trauma. That's what people want to see. That's what sells. Black trauma and black pain and black culture. All this shit that y'all talking about. Like, that's most of the movies like that. It's the same exact plot.
Look, that's why I watch anime. All anime movies.
Oh Lord.
Hey, look, nigga, I ain't talking about the butterflies this time.
Thank God.
Y'all didn't even find peace within yourself.
I mean, of course, my thing of it is like this. If I could change anything, let's stop acting like the better option is the white man. Because at the end of the day, you find out that the white man is cheating on his wife. You just a side piece. And he ain't finna leave, bro.
Hell nah, she gonna, you know what's gonna happen to her. She gonna jump for dumb her.
Okay.
And that's where we ended right there. Yes.
I'm just saying, cause like, bro, come on now. Like that's like black kids in school getting bullied, nigga. Like we ain't about to go and shoot up school. What we gonna do? We gonna in our own self type shit, which that's sad, but it's just like that's how it is type shit.
True. Jay Marley, you said you wanted to have the last question.
Oh fuck.
God damn, I mean,
all right, Brandon up here. This last question.
Shut your bitch ass up, secondly, and then
damn.
The nigga that brought the wanted to say something when he over here talking about murder and Jeffrey Dahmer and shit. What the fuck you talking about?
Hey, nigga, that's what they do. Nigga, tell me, nigga, on the news, when a white man.
Hold on, man. I want to hear this question.
What you do? He knocked their ass off.
Oh my
God.
God.
Oh my God.
You know I ain't
Y'all
wrong.
was fucking retarded.
Come on.
And this is why fat is not allowed around company. But yeah.
Don't worry about it. I know you said, nigga. I don't got problem driving.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
Just be ready when I get over there, because I'm gonna be ready. All that damn driving I gotta do. Oh, you better be ready.
Oh my God.
Hey man. Like they say on Taken, nigga, good luck. You gonna have a need.
Don't worry. Look, I'll make sure I get a hotel the night before I make
man,
it.
Man, if y'all don't read this damn question, come on.
Yeah, cause this clown over here keep talking shit. You over here.
He and Brandon, I apologize. You know, it's taking a long time. You
It's
know,
all good, man. It's all good. We chilling.
It's
We
some
chilling.
assholes over here.
That's so
Pure
good.
assholes.
Go ahead,
Oh,
man.
the question is, do y'all smoke weed?
man, get your ass out. Hey, mute your mic. Mute your mic right now.
I do.
Look. Appreciate it, my nigga. Look.
I
He said, hold on,
definitely
look.
do.
Hey, G, I got the 10 for the 5.
Yeah, Mark, go ahead.
You are
We finna
going
hear
to
some
jail,
disrespect.
sir. Whoever listen to this,
Bro.
you're going to jail. Okay?
This nigga trying to do a drug deal live on TV
Damn.
across state lines and everything. Just
Goddamn hustle, man. Hey, yo, chief, I got the 1045. Man, come on now.
oh,
All right, come on.
anyway, back to the question was we chopped this up in the shop that I work in, whatever. So was it's not my second podcast. Shut the hell up. Why is smashing the group accomplishment for guys, but it's if a girl run through a crew, they get shamed for it. Is all I thought.
I mean, because we
Simple
already
double
know
standard.
the common double standards. Of course.
Yeah.
We
I
know.
mean, a man get a bunch of women, he is a pimp. If a woman get a bunch of niggas, she got a lot of bodies. She's a hoe, you know? I didn't make
Yeah.
the rules. I just go by 'em.
I mean, Juice is
But
not
y'all
wrong.
both running through the same crew.
It's the old saying, you know, a woman can have sex with who she can, a man has sex with who he no, a woman has sex with who
No. A
she wants
woman
to, a
has
man
sex
has
who
sex
she
with who he can,
wants to.
excuse me. Everybody
Yeah.
that up, but
Yeah.
You know how to go on and F up some shit, huh?
Yeah, you
But
fucking
yeah.
bars.
You did good there in the music, but it got to come out at least once. You got.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I get, you know, if we really want to view it, then they both hoes. But then
Yeah.
in actuality, let's look at the act of sex. In the act of sex, I mean, kind of goes into that cheating question they asked earlier. It's like when a man is cheating and sleeping with a woman, he's conquering that woman, right?
Physically, yeah.
Physically, he's conquering her. Now, the woman, on a spiritual level, it's like she's allowing, you know, herself to choose up and be conquered by this man. That's why a man has a tougher time of even viewing the woman that he confide and put all that trust in the same light again, because if she been doing some down and dirty shit to him, he only imagining what she did to the outside nigga that he has no clue about, that he end up finding out about. So that's why it's kind of like that double standard shit where it's like, yeah, I can see both sides saying, yeah, but it's wrong, and you know, we shouldn't be viewed as hoes or whatever, whatnot. But it's just the way it is. If you look at the act of sex, it's like women are viewed of doing more nastier shit in the bed than men, except for fun. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Goddamn right.
I think men, we know how to differentiate. We can just smash and not catch feelings. Like we can do it and go back home to our girl with a smile on our face, act like nothing happened.
Shit, women can
Guys, no, the girls, they fucking, when they cheating, 9 times out of 10 they actually like the nigga, and most guys know that. Like most guys know, like when a girl cheating, a girl steps out the door on her man, it's because she really has an emotional attachment to that dude. Most guys, there are some girls that can do that, like you just said. There are some girls.
This petty beef or whatever. Like I heard, like in the scenario where this came from, whatever, it was a girl getting back at her, sleeping with one of her friends' exes out of spite or whatever. So petty bullshit or whatever. And nothing to do with connection type thing. So it can be just simple as just one to be petty as well, just like with us.
Yeah, but I feel like when a girl cheats, is more of an emotional attachment to the guy that she's cheating with. Guys, we usually know how to differentiate that. We know how to fucking, this just my side bitch. I'm not gonna leave my fucking main girl for you. That's usually how niggas operate. And usually we want our cake and eat it too. We doing the shit, but if the girl do it to us, we gonna get ready to kill somebody. Because it's just how men are. Sometimes we're just not fair in certain aspects. And that's one of the main things we're not fair about, because I feel the same
It's just
way.
that double standard. Yeah, it's always present.
It's a huge double standard. It's wrong, but that's just how we are.
All right, we didn't make the rules. We just, we young niggas. We just go by them. shit, keep it pimping. You know. So,
yeah, that's facts.
Mark.
Yeah. Said I was, like I said, I was just searching for everybody else's answer on it. Like for us, like as far in the in the shop or whatever. Um, like you said, like Brennan and his own, we just chalked it up to like deep rooted like double type things going on in the shop because we was like if you just look at it for person, it's the same thing instant. And the only thing that's changed is the sets of the person to where we change our views on the action. But both persons doing the same thing. But yeah.
True. Okay. Well, that concludes the love Dr. Segue, the love connection. We moving to the final segue of the show. It's called Get It Off Your Chest. I've been actually waiting on this segue all motherfucking show. If y'all don't mind, can I kick it off?
Go ahead, my man.
First and foremost to the viewers, go out and watch the Legends at Work. You know what I'm saying? Go watch them. You know what I'm saying? They are on the show, but let's get it understood. They talk about just as much as real shit as we do. P and Brandon. Come on now. Social junkies. Come on now. Don't misconstrue the fact that I feel like they reserved the day because that last show they had, they was going in. Yeah, they was going in. Yeah. See, let me tell you what got me instantly. Here it is. Kim Kardashian.
Oh, okay, yeah.
$200,000 for child support. Ain't it 4 kids? I'm just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's 4 kids. Yeah.
It's 50 G's each.
Yeah, pretty much.
What child needs 50 G's every month to support themselves? When the mama is worth $1 billion and the daddy might not be worth $1 billion no more because
yeah, everything happens. Yeah.
But he still got M's in the bank account. Like, why? Why is he even paying child support?
Yeah, that's the type of greed they spoke about in the Bible. It's just greed, brother. That's all it is. That's all it is.
He's a man. That's why, bro. At the end of the day, you're a man, right? According to society, they're gonna make you pay regardless if you're a good fit parent or not, man. They're gonna make you some way or not, whether you be a woman and you be a bad parent, man, it's somehow, somewhere, a man has to pay. It's just down. It just don't make no sense. A lot of things in really society, it just don't make any sense. No, it's not logical in any sense. Relationships, in a sense, is not logical. So it's just. I guess it's just the way that we accept things to be. It's just it just really don't make sense.
So this is including alimony.
I don't know.
I don't know
about that. I don't know if it's
that's on top. I think that's separate. Yeah.
Oh my fuck, man! Ain't no way. And the crazy part is they signed a prenup. I thought that was gonna help him out and be in the clear. Nope. He still ended up having to pay bukus of money. So
yeah, because child support that's excluded. That's excluded out of a prenup. That's just mainly for the children. Yeah. And child support, prenup is more so about assets and all that type of shit coming into the relationship.
Right.
But yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because that's over $1 million a year just in child support. I think it's over $2 million a year. Yeah, it's $2.4 million a year. So,
hey man, didn't nobody make him shoot that Crowder Club up, man?
I don't know why the fuck he did that. Why would you have kids with Kim Kardashian? I'll never understand.
See that this nigga is crazy. So why you ask logical questions? Yeah.
That's true.
Damn, I'm serious, boy.
That's what I just wanted to get off my chest. Like that segue stuck with me from the moment I said, "Yo, $200,000 for children."
Yeah, 200 bands,
children.
Bro. You can't make it make sense. It ain't gonna make sense. You can't make it make sense.
If that's the case, I'm gonna fight for custody so I can get their little asses so she can pay me. The fuck?
And what you gonna lose? The society we live in, that's not happening. I was just talking to my girl about that other day. It's like if I break up with my girl, she getting both of the kids, which is fucked up. And I'm always there for my kids. That's the reality of the society we live in. It's always catered to the mother. The only way the mother ain't getting custody is if she dead, in jail, or on drugs.
And that's why I don't got kids now, because I used to always tell every person I was trying to get a kid with, You ain't keeping my kid. I don't give a fuck what you think or what you have up in your head. But
Man, what
if I'm having a kid, I promise you, I have no problem spending that bread to get the lawyers and every goddamn thing because that's gonna be mine, regardless. I don't give a fuck. So I'm happy I don't have a kid because I ain't stayed with not one of them bitches yet. So hey, you know.
True. Okay, anybody else get it off your chest?
Yeah. Hey, hold on, motherfucker. Hey, on that statement right there, bro. Look, shit, I ain't talked to my girl, and she was like, "Shit, I'm getting them." She said she need her break.
So
So
she know you gonna be out there doing the most. Yeah. So she just
nah, it's
like,
okay,
nah.
cause she just pay me child support.
Oh my goodness.
Fucking
That's
retarded,
fine.
man.
That's fine with me. So I'm going to the judge. I'm like, bro, man, look, she got all this money, man. Like, can you do like $20,000 a week?
I'll be real quick with mine, man. I just want to convey
Mhm.
this to anybody, man, that's out there on this marathon called life. You're trying to get the bag, whatever you're doing, hopefully legal. Man, make sure you're getting your rest, man. You'll be so caught
Oh,
up
you
in
had to say that twice.
what you talking about.
You talking about legal. You had to say that twice.
Oh.
I thought I said it once, fat. Man, leave me the hell alone. Shit,
Nah,
you
you
can't
said
lose
it
my train
twice,
of
man.
thought.
Oh Lord. Fat, be quiet.
Nah. Shit, but nah, man, just make sure you're getting your rest, man. Rest is just essential as getting up and grinding, man.
Tell me about it. Shit.
Healthy body, healthy mind go hand in hand. So you can't do the things you want to if you're unhealthy and your body's beat down. So man, please, get your rest when needed.
It's funny you talk about health tips and you're an alcoholic, but go ahead.
Okay, see, I don't like that term.
I ain't trying to get so political and up into my shit, but these are the times that I just gotta call out a lot of shit that I always call out. But I'm just gonna put out a couple of places. Memphis, Tennessee, Clinton, Indiana, Lumberton, North Carolina, Ball, Louisiana, fucking Orlando, Florida, Raymond, Mississippi, fucking Seattle, Washington. That's just been within like a month of all schools that have been a victim of just like a mass shooting, honestly. So kind of tired of having to like constantly talk about this shit, but all these 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 17-year-olds, or whatever, like as a fucking community, as a fucking group or whatever, people need to understand that like we need to tighten up our fucking gun laws, honestly. Cause people at 15, 16 shouldn't be having no fucking ARs, no damn AKs, no fucking shotguns. It just shouldn't be happening, especially with the climate of just nonstop harassment that always happen up on the internet. Like that's gonna fucking happen. It's gonna be nonstop bullying and fucking harassment. So can we please like do something to try to stop this? Joe Biden loved to put a lot of resources towards a lot of shit that I would say is not the main objective, but please, just take a fucking look into all these fucking mass shootings that done happen within a month or two, honestly. Like, please. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, look, my thing is, like, how y'all think the world would be if we ain't had no guns? It's just like the old days, like swords and shields and shit. You think it'd be the same?
Okay, moving on.
No, I'm
Marley,
real serious. Like, any bitch
Marley,
somebody try to do a drive by with a ride shield type shit, and
Body.
they got a sword.
Marley.
As far as me, man, one covered all the shootings. Most of them, like I said, there's a few overseas that happen. That's always unfortunate.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
One of my articles, one was positive, one was just clowning on somebody I wanted to clown on. Was Jalen Brown was about his confusion. It's some weeks old now at this point, but I wasn't on the show a couple weeks ago. But my man over here confusing the Black Israelites for for the for Q dogs, and they
No,
smart.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that shit happened. Yeah, that
They
happened.
tell me this nigga
God
Wow.
damn.
smart. He over here thought that those black Israelites out there at Brooklyn was with Q dogs unifying.
Nigga.
Yeah.
I think the
Hey,
purple threw him off. I think the
hey,
purple threw
hey,
him off.
hey. If
No.
my boy want to stomp the yard, damn it, let him stomp the yard. Don't take that away from him. Shit.
He should have told that to his friends group chat so they could have helped him instead of putting it on social media for everybody to see.
Oh my God. Just no comment. No comment. No.
In
Then the positive story,
Okay.
this shit is actually we talked about this earlier. You was talking about us helping our own community and putting back in our community like the Black Wall Street days and stuff like that. And I came across a story about this family in our neck of the woods, actually in Oak Grove, Hasbury and shit, bought up a bunch of shopping malls and stuff and
yeah,
trying to do like it was a 7-figure deal and trying to make the modern day Black Wall Street like type society where it was like black owned banks, a bunch of like
Absolutely.
financial stuff and all that kind of stuff and all that. So it's happening
Shout out to them.
backyard. So I'm like, shout out to that family. I'm hoping, wishing all the
Absolutely.
good, wishing growth and prosperity with that for sure, for sure. And then this thirdly, the war that everybody forgot about, the Ukraine and Russian war totaled, I heard, injuries plus death almost infected like 2,000 people's life over here. 200,000 people's life ruined and changed forever over a senseless war. So it might not be on the timeline anymore, but people are still getting impacted by it. So it's crazy.
All right. Thank you, Jay Marley. P and Brandon.
So what is this segment? Like we just pretty
Oh,
much say
just get it
anything?
off your chest. Whatever,
whatever you want
anything.
to
If you ain't
plug and
got
say, my
nothing,
man.
No,
if you just want to send
I
shout
got
out,
something. So
Like
anything.
training session, like where y'all talk about news articles and stuff like that.
Right.
It's good at the end for us. Yeah.
Well, we just did our episode the other day, so it's not really much news articles that we have. But one thing I will say to people listening is, we all go through shit, man. That's a conversation that me and my niggas we have all the time when I talk to dudes on the phone. Because me and Brandon got a friend in New York that we talk to all the time. But everybody going through something, man. No matter what, how bad you think you got it, everybody going through something, dog. Everybody think that that's one thing. What Bob Marley said: every man think his burden is the heaviest. Everybody, somebody always out there got it worse than you. And I know that a lot of people go through shit, whether it be relationship shit, job shit, money struggles, whatever it may be, man. But just know that the storm don't last forever. Like it's at some point, the storm will come to an end, man. So I just want people to know that, because there's a lot of people committing suicide every single fucking day, every day, just from the weight of the world, school, a bitch left them, they bitch cheated, they man cheated, kids got taken away. As people that's going through something, and somebody always got it worse than you, man. So my main thing is that I want to say, just the storm don't last forever, man. As long as you got something that you looking forward to, something that you aspiring to be, something you aspiring to do, goals, dreams, just keep a positive mindset every single day. It's a process, but keep a positive mindset every single day, and just know that the storm don't last forever, man. And just know that if you keep faith, God, that's the number one thing. I was talking to my girl the other day. She was asking me like who I love the most in my life, and she was telling me that God should always be number one, regardless of who you can say, your mama, your girl, your kids. God should always be number one. As long as you keep faith, keep striving, guys, because I know it's hard, man. Everybody got something that they're trying to do and accomplish. Just keep striving, man. That's the main thing, because I love hearing motivational shit from whoever it may be. So if it's one thing you take from this whole podcast, man, keep fucking going. Keep going, because the storm don't last forever. That's all I want to say.
Mainly for me, I think a big thing is a lot of people, when they go through, just like he's saying, go through certain things, they won't really look at it as this stuff is temporary. But at the end of the day, you got to think about it like as God is kind of testing. A lot of these tests, he's just testing you to see what, if you ready for the next task that he may present you at hand, man. And a lot of people, they succumb to failing the task. So, and me, I feel like I'm a prime example, because I've went through and struggled a lot
in these past few years of putting a lot of stuff in the back burner as far as goals in order to try to transition to accomplish one big goal right now. And now coming up this year, it's going to be, it's going to come to fruition. But if I didn't stick with it and then go through all these tasks, I wouldn't have realized it. So it's kind of you really just got to keep faith and just keep on pushing forward. You can't just say, man, this shit is just too hard, man. I'm going to give up. Because to be honest, at the end of the day, you might be missing on your blessing. So it really kind of just going hand in hand with peace. And man, you really just got to count what you're doing as a trial and just kind of weather the storm. Because at the end of on the other side, it might be something that God is trying to bring you into, so that it can be a part of your life. So.
Real shit. Hey man. I thought I was the only one that speak that deep shit, but hey, y'all. Hey, I appreciate that. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, it's stuff we learn as we get. It's stuff that I think you should learn as you get older, because I think once we move out that like how old we are right now, we're in our late 20s or early 30s, whatever it may be. Difference now to how you are now is nothing to compare to how you were when you was 18, 15, or 20. Your mentality should always advance, and you should always be thinking about this kind of stuff because it needs to be thought about. You're not the same dumb person or ignorant person when you was when we were younger men, right? So now we got to start thinking about things a different way.
Facts.
Real talk. Man, I hate this show ending. I hate this show ending because shit, man. Anytime we can get fat on the show with guests. Hey man, it's a good ass show, man. It's a great ass show.
Hey, guess what? Look. All this work, guess what? Bun shit stopped working a long time ago. So this shit ain't recorded, fam.
I'm gonna keep it all at 100, man. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the platform. Make sure you subscribe to Social Junkies.
Oh God,
these guys,
great conversation.
Legends. Not to cut you off, Juice, man. Before you get on off, man, go ahead and plug all your platforms, man. Let them know what you.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, man. First of all, we appreciate y'all having us, man. This is a hell of a great conversation, man. We really appreciate it. We'll come on anytime. Y'all are welcome. Anytime y'all want to jump on our shit, we'll figure some shit out. But yeah, Social Junkie Podcast. We're on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at Social Junkie Podcast. Like I said earlier, if you want to send us a Q&A question, hit the Linktree link in our bio, and go down to the anonymous Q&A sender, and you can send a Q&A question, man. We drop episodes every single week. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud is our audio episodes, and then we have YouTube episodes that come out for the video a couple days after audio. It's every week podcast. Episode 160 is going to be next week coming up. Me and Brandon, we usually have guests from time to time that come on to the show, but we talk everything sports, trending shit, Q&A segment. We do a Would You Rather segment from time to time, talk about a lot of shit, current event shit going on, man. So we'd appreciate it, man. Definitely fuck with these guys right here, man. We appreciate y'all. Social Junkie
Definitely
Podcast.
Appreciate y'all having us on y'all.
We coming on the show. We coming on the show. We're gonna be a little ghetto, but we're gonna make it work.
Right. We can definitely figure that shit out.
We can make that happen,
for sure. We appreciate y'all, man. This shit was dope, man. This shit was real dope.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm happy to be on the show, man.
I enjoy. So, Fat, what you say?
I'm happy to be on the show, man.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what's throwing me out. This little fucking hand you got on this damn thing is raised.
Oh, bro, look, I had that shit raised a long time ago. I tried to ask a question. Look, bro. I tried to ask a question a while back, bro. And
that's what I thought he was doing. I was like,
on that note, if you new to this, welcome. If you're true to this, you already know what I'm about to say. We're gonna leave it like this. Tough times don't last,
but tough people do. And you on that note,
we are the fam. I'm just saying 48. Shout out to Social Junkies. Them legends.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Legends. Go check them out. We about this thing. Until next time.
Yes,
sir.